Would you be with me if I had nothing? If I couldn't buy you something? Now you've got your share, and look who's paying. I got your thing together, now you're not staying. I've worked hard to get the things I have. Ooh, oh, I've worked hard to get the things you need, and I wanna know why you wanna play on me. Why you wanna play games on me? Why you wanna play? Why you wanna play games on me? Why you wanna play on me? Why you wanna play games on me? Why you wanna play? Why you wanna play games on me? Shoot you. Shoot you. Is this just a game that you used to play, yeah? Or am I just a fool that's chasing? Girl, I've tried my best to keep you happy. Instead you turned around and tried to trap me. I work hard to get the thing I have. Ooh, oh, I work hard to get the things you need. And I wanna know why you wanna play on me. Why you wanna play games on me? Why you wanna play? Why you wanna play games on me? So why you wanna play on me? Why you wanna play games on me? Why you want to play games on me? Shoot you. Hey, hey, baby, baby. Play games on me. Why you wanna play? Why you wanna play games on me? I don't see the games. Why you wanna play games on me? Why you wanna play? Why you wanna play games on me? Don't see the games. Why you wanna baby girl, try to rock my world. Shoot through.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Shoot through.
Going on. The Sit Down Convo Saturday today. Playing some Chucky Booker. Yeah.
Why you wanna play?
Got my lovely hubby.
Why you want to play?
My guest for today.
Why you wanna play?
Going on? What's going on? Hello. hello, everybody. Hello. And it's Lady Love Harris.
LA 42992 Harris.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Miss Harris? Oh, fam in the house, Miss Harris. How you doing, my beautiful sister? Thank you so much for being here. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Missed you last night, girl. We had fun last night for real. I wish you could have been here. We had so much fun. I'm glad you jammed to that because yeah, we was old school jamming. I hope you got a chance to watch the replay because we were just old school jamming, drinking and having some fun. We did miss you though because I had played some Tupac. Remember what I said about Tupac? We had played some Tupac in that bug though. But thank you, Miss Harris, as always. I really appreciate you. Really, really do. I'm gonna tell you, I had to change the time on this particular live because I forgot we had a engagement that we have to go to. My husband and I in a couple of hours, so I had to change the time. I had put it for 6 Pacific time, and I'm hoping we can get our people up in here. If not, we know we just gonna rock it. We just gonna rock it. Miss Harris say, "Hey, Mr. Harris."
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, my guest today is my better half. And we're going to go ahead and discuss. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. But we know family come first. We always know that family come first. So I'm sorry you missed it too, because it was the ladies too. It was the ladies in here jamming. The men was just watching from above and on the replay. But the ladies, we had us a good time in here. It was a good bit of us in here last night. So if you get a chance to check out that replay, go ahead and do that though. I hope you can make the next one because ladies we had so much of a good time. He was like, "Yeah, we like it like this." So yeah, it was a ladies' night. Not like we planned it that way. Some guys popped in, and they popped out for a moment, popped back in, and popped out. But we tell they was watching from the clouds. But we had us a good time. We really did. So sorry you wasn't there. Sorry you missed it though, really. But yeah, we'll do on Friday, next Friday, as always too. So we my hubby and I, we got some things we want to talk about. And I'm hoping I can actually get him on Saturdays with me like this. I know he worked hard, but so far he's been having some Saturdays off. So I told him he has no excuse. He has no excuse now. So we eat here so we can talk about some things that we want to talk about and, trying to get some of those things, get a convo going. Ms. Harris, you say, yes, we have a good time. Yes, we have a good time all the time. And people's like, where Miss Harris? I always say, where Miss Harris at? No, we having a good time like this. Where is Miss Harris? We gotta have our sister in here. But we know things come up. Family first, always. Never excuses. I mean, no apologies for none of that. Always family come first, and family gonna come before YouTube and anything else. Take care of yourself and your family. That's more important. Always. So me and my hubby, like I said about actually changing the time and everything on this. Like I said, it was set for 6, but we do have somewhere we have to go, which I myself, like I said, I forgot. We have somewhere to go with brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So we have a previous engagement that we have in a couple hours we got to go to. So if you are watching on the replay, watching live in the clouds, wherever you may be watching Lady Love right now and with Lady Love Harris and Mr. Harris, please hit that like button for us. Please make sure you hit that like button and make sure you, when you're watching the replay, leave a comment if you want to. If you know anybody out there to like and subscribe, so do like, share, and subscribe to Lady Love. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So on the title, it says if a friend of yours, or if it, what I put on that doggone title, I forget. I'll say your friend loan your mate money without you knowing. How would you feel about that? And we're going to also talk about some stuff that's trending right now that I, myself, and he, my husband, we have some things that we want to say about it. It's the Miss, what's her name? Look at her name. The Just Pearly. The Just Pearly chick, the little Just Pearly chick, and what she said, bringing on her little white dude, what he said and what she said about slavery wasn't that bad. Well, I'm not trying to clout chase that because I don't need it, and y'all know that. But me as a black person, he is a black person. We got something to say about that because of the fact we are black, and you can't tell us slavery wasn't that bad. So I'm gonna say what I have to say about it, and hubby gonna say what he want to say about it. But The question is remaining, as will be remaining on here as well. So as Harris said, that's a no-no. That's a no-no for your friend loaning your mate money. Good. So that's a definite no-no in my part. And I'm gonna let him speak for himself. But that's a definitely no-no for myself as well, Miss Harris, because you ain't finna be loaning my man no money. You supposed to be my friend, but you loaning him money and not telling me you trying to do some underhanded stuff. You trying to get my man on the side. So you couldn't tell me you loan him some money or he asked you to loan him money, but you loan him the money and then you want to keep it a secret. That's a definite no. That ain't happening whatsoever. What you say, Miss Harris? Were they there? Were they there? Well, who there? Oh, was the mate? You meaning it was the mate there when like if you was there when your friend loaned you when she loaned your man some money? That's what you're asking me. Was in that case, were you there when your friend loaned your man some money? Because even if that was for me, she's still getting drop kicked. Don't don't sit up here and loan my man no money. And even if I'm standing there, don't do that. That's just a no. Don't do that for me. What you gotta say, baby?
Yeah, it shouldn't be. For one, your mate shouldn't be asking your friend for some money. That's number one. That's a no-no. Number two, like let's say my homeboy, let's say she asked my homeboy for some money. My homeboy better tell me, hey man, I don't know what y'all situation is, but your girl came up and was like, hey, can I get some money? And I just had to let you know that's what's going on. But if I'm going to give it to y'all, I'm giving it to the man. I'm giving it to you. I'm not going to give it to your woman. So that's how that's supposed to be. So either she in the wrong or you ain't really got no homeboy. That if he actually gives her the money, that ain't your homeboy from number one. So yeah, on both sides, it shouldn't be happening at all.
Okay. Well, we got those answers from everybody, and I feel like that's the end of that part right there. Because just like Ms. Harris ready to jump to this, what she said, was she there during the slavery time? No. And I'm ready to jump on that as well. Because in fact, I don't like this little chick. I know you, do you know who we talking about though, Ms. Harris? What's her name? Just Pearly? Just Pearl or whatever her name is. Just Pearl Thing. That's what it is. Yeah. Just Pearl Thing. First of all, she's American and she moved to London with her show. And she's only in her 20s. She's only in her 20s. And she's young as I don't know what. You say how they know slavery was not that bad. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Exactly. That's the most stupidest, retarded, most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I wouldn't understand how would you say slavery is not bad when people were getting killed? They were being hung from trees by their necks with their hands tied behind their back and their legs tied together where they can't get it loose. That's not bad.
Freedom. But 3/5 of a human. I mean, that's to even say that it's obvious that they didn't go through it like that. So, she didn't go through it. Her people didn't go through it. So she hasn't felt the devastation generation after generation after generation she doesn't even know anything. She hasn't been affected by it. The only thing that she has been affected by is the good things that came out of slavery, which made them be on top.
Well,
that's the reason why she was,
Well, yeah, because her ancestors were the slave owners.
Exactly.
So yeah, with them being the slave owners, she would know. And know, Miss, what's her name again? Just Pearl Thing is her name, Miss Harris, and she's in her 20s. She's a little skinny, little pasty white girl, and yeah, she has over 1 million subs, and she got over 1 million subs by black people. Black people put her where she is. Black men of the manosphere put her where she is right now, having over 1 million subs. You say if it wasn't bad, people wouldn't have risked their lives trying to escape. Exactly, risking their lives to escape. They were being killed. They were being raped. The women were being raped. Men too. They were actually, all that was actually going on. And she has she's white. She's a little white girl. and she employed a whole bunch of us to be working for her. And they working for her now, and she brought this little white supremacist dude on her show. And they sitting up there joking back and forth about slavery and talking about a white American and everything. And yeah, she got a bunch of us working for her. So yeah, she said, okay, I'm done. What's her channel? Her channel is just Pearly Thing. That's the name of her channel. And she's a little white girl. And please don't. I mean, I know you're not gonna go sub to her because they just putting her out there now as being a little racist for what she said. Me personally, and she made a comment before. She made another comment saying that black people. She got black people work for her, and they late all the time. When they was talking about people being late, oh yeah, I got black people work for me, and yeah, they're late all the time. Y'all, this is why the not the NICA but the GER was invented, because yeah, that's what they are. They a bunch of ignorant people, because that's what that word means, ignorant. This woman got a whole bunch of white people. I mean, black. She's white. She got a whole bunch of black people surrounding her. All of them brought her up on the map. Mostly black men, which we know black men themselves don't. What's going on, Charlize? Why my people not showing up in here? Charlize in the building. How you doing, love? How you doing? Say, hey, lady, love in the panel. I'm learning love and my support. I can't stay handling my family. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Charlize. Handle your business. Thank you for the support as always. I did enjoy you last night, love. I really did. So take care of your family, and I do pray for you and your family during your loss. This is my significant other right here. If you see my hubby, Mr. Harris, who always in here speaking. He's on the side of me today. He's my special guest. I wonder why my people's not showing up in here. I got people in here. See, it says zero, and I got people in here, and it's showing me a zero. But anyway, thank you, Charlize, and my prayers is with you and your family during this time. Thank you so much. And I did enjoy you last night. But yeah, I don't quite get it. Where's your phone? I gotta get mine. Okay, well, I don't quite get it. Like I said, because of the fact that people she's white, number one. You don't have anywhere to say anything when it's white people and you talking about slavery. Just don't do that. That's a straight insult. And when it's us, we'll go at each other's throat. Us, we as black on black. Too much black on black going on. But then when it's something like this, not everybody wants to report it. Not everybody wants to say anything about it, like you do when you want to get on here and roast another black person. You know, you talking about another black person. Oh, you this and you that, nigga, you this and you that, and you ain't no good and this and that. But then this white woman sit up here who y'all just put up on the map. Y'all just put her on the map now, black men. And it's like, yeah, she's the best. She's got 1 million subs. She's this. But then she came around and said slavery wasn't bad. What are y'all complaining about? Say what you gotta say. I gotta go get my phone.
Yeah, and the only thing I do want to say is when you hear some black women say, what have black men built? The thing I like to say about that is us as black men, a lot of us black men have $1 billion ideas. We just don't know how to execute them. We don't know how to get them out of our mind and into making a profit. And it seemed like she knew how to do that. She knew what was in black men's minds, and she was able to manipulate, get the idea, and then she was able to make some money off of it. She was able to get the 1 million subscribers off of it. So we know how to, we can build a lot. We build a lot. We have the ideas. It's just like in slavery. Look at look what happened.
I'm trying to turn it down. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
We had the ideas. We came up with all these inventions at that time. It was black men coming up with it, and they took it from us and was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna actually make the money off of it. So yeah, we can build. It's just, hey, I'll just say to sisters, listen to black men and know that we have a lot of $1 billion ideas in our mind.
Like, why are you looking at me?
but but to get the ideas out, and don't say, hey, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? It's like, yeah, just listen to us.
Okay, so Ms. Harris said, do you think she's making this narrative for money?
Yeah, that's what she's doing. I mean, can I say that's wrong? If the money's there, go get it. But yeah, I would rather you sisters go get the money. Get the idea off these brothers and go make the money.
Yeah, that's you saying it as a black man. Not all black men are saying that. You have those black men that are actually just not supporting black women when they're actually supporting them.
Mhm.
They're not supporting the black women. This woman did not just because of the fact of her being white. Let me put that out there because I'm not a racist myself. It's just the fact of you being a white woman and you make a statement like that about slavery. It's not for you to do. You should not be doing stuff like that. You don't have a right to say anything about that because your ancestors were the reason why we went through pain and suffering and trying to escape for many, many decades, for many years. And still, we're going through it still. It's not like we haven't completely gotten out of racism because it still exists. Exists even more. In fact, it's not like all the other stuff because they've been, I mean, has went away. They still have found some other people before hanging from trees right here in
Mhm.
California
Yeah.
that was actually hanging from trees, doing lynching and stuff. So it's not like we have escaped this completely. But for her to be this white lady to get on there and actually say she don't know what we complaining about, slavery wasn't that bad. Maybe you ain't even got it. You only in your 20s. That's number one. Number two, you cannot and shall not have that right to make a statement like that because us as black people, we are still going through everyday slavery of just because of the color of our skin. Walking down the street, we don't know if somebody just gonna hate us enough just to kill us, like that did in Buffalo when he shot up those people just because they were black. Our skin color. I don't care how light I am, I'm still black.
Mhm.
I'm black and I'm brown. They still have no idea what the overall is as far as slavery concerned and what we still go through as being black people. Ms. Harris said, "Oh, I don't need to go see. It's ignorant, and I'll be giving her her view."
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. It's ignorance, and people for people not to even realize that stuff like this that's being said, things like this that's still going on in this world, it's ridiculous. Why do we have to be the ones to still have to go through this, being that we are black, our skin, something that we are born in? You making it seem like it's a crime. Why is this a crime for us to be born into this? I don't understand that, and I don't even understand why she even said what she said because it disturbs me that you have the audacity. You know, they came up with some. Remember, they came up with so many so many other races where you can their races is being protected with laws
Mhm.
of the color of their skin,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's none
Like
that
the
protect us.
Asian hate crime.
Yeah,
They came up with a whole bill for that, but yeah, there was no bill for us. There's just no, yeah. They want to. What they did is when they actually passed the Civil Rights Act, they basically was like, yeah, that's it. That's all y'all getting. And then when it came to okay, black people getting uh, hurt and being having hate crimes put on them, they were like, well, you still have the Civil Rights Act, so we can't do anything about that. All we can just do is just say, okay, they committed a crime against you as a person, and that's how we're gonna, prosecute that person.
hmm.
But because technically there wasn't civil rights for Asians, they were able to come up with their own bill. That's the excuse that they're saying. The reason why they have a bill specifically for their race, opposed to when black people get things done to them. But I don't know, it's just as black people, we still gotta go and fight for more rights. But
Like, okay, well, Miss Harris said I would never end. It would never end until God comes. That's true. I will. I am finding not responding to some of these that work. True, that's true. But For this situation like this one, Ms. Harris, this the only reason why I'm actually saying so, because me and my husband, we actually always have, and I know when we go over to our sister-in-law and brother-in-law house, it's gonna be talked about as well.
Mhm.
When there's situations like when our black people say things, when they say things, they do things, they canceling them. They want to end their career. They want to push them out. It's a whole lot of them. They just jump up. Oh no, they said this. Get rid of them in their career, or put them on the news. Make an example out of them. But when we sit back and we actually let these things happen and we don't say anything, this is why they keep attacking us, because we can't come together to make a difference. We only can come together to always come against each other. And that's the worst part about it. We're not coming together to try to make a difference. This whole Black YouTube need to be together talking about what this girl doing and what she's saying, how these other fools, the NIGGERs on there defending her and being under her. This is where they need to be coming together to actually make a difference instead of coming, oh, she didn't mean it. And yeah, there's some of them that actually saying it. Oh yeah, she didn't mean it. She said, but she didn't mean nothing about it. She didn't mean nothing about that. Really?
Yeah, they said he was just making a joke.
She was
It's
making a
it's
joke.
not what you joke about, you know. Like I said, it's easy to joke about that if you haven't, suffered behind it. The only thing that she got was she came up behind it. We're the ones that still suffering behind slavery. And no, I'm not about the what they call it, uh, not sympathy Olympics, but whatever they call it. There's a word they use like when black folks talk about slavery. I'm not about that either, but I do know that it has affected us, and we're still not able to we're still not able to come up behind it. But they had the whole head start, and with that head start that they have, of course they would say, "Oh, I don't think slavery was that bad." Well, yeah, because you benefited behind it. There's benefits to this day. There's companies that have benefit off of slavery. Look at the banks. Look at Chase Bank. Look at Wells Fargo. That's an operating company that's still making a profit, and they did it off of slavery. So when they come and say, "Oh, I don't think black people should get reparations," okay, well let's shut down those banks that's still benefiting off of slavery, off of free labor.
Miss Harris says she has no career. She on YouTube. Now, now if Shara said it, then it would make a difference. Okay. All right. And you say she's just making money. That's true too, but she's making money off of our people and they sitting there like a bunch of dummies and letting her do it. You say in this evil world, people they will do anything for money. That's right. The love of money is so greedy. It is so greedy. They will steal, kill, make themselves look like dummy for money. And they do it every time. But for when we actually as black people, when we can't come together and make a difference and making things better for us, it kind of upsets me. You know, white people or other races or whatever, they gonna say what they want to say against us because even though we invented so much back in the slavery days or back in the days, it still was taken away from us and we didn't benefit from it. The majority of them did not benefit from it. So what do? They call us stupid and ignorant. That's what they do. No matter how educated they are, how smart they are, how big they are, how big their jobs is, and all that, they still end up calling them stupid some kind of way. So we, as black people, when we don't know how to make a difference in a better way, then it just starts to look stupid. It really makes us look stupid because we can find a way to hate each other. We can find a way to kill each other. We can find a way to always bring each other down, talking about each other, even getting on YouTube. You know, shout out to some of my peeps that's doing it. But even to get on YouTube and talk about each other, we can find that time to do that. But we can't find that time to actually try to come together and think of something really good to where, hey, guess what? Let us invent a network where we can get on here and do and express ourselves, do whatever we want to do without going through any guidelines like YouTube guidelines, shout out. But where we can actually just come together and be the ones to say, guess what? We get to say what we want to say. We get to present how we want to present. We don't have to worry about
whatever music we want.
Yeah, and get to play whatever music we want to. Ain't got to worry about being blocked and copyrights for no doggone reason. That's the stuff that be tripping me out, y'all. I can play my music as long as I pay for it, but then we pay for it each month. Still can play it, but then you'll come and tell me, oh, it's been blocked in some areas because it's a copyright. I ain't making no money off this. I ain't getting no soup chats. I ain't getting no cash apps. Ain't no money being made on this. People is enjoying the music. So guess what I'm doing? Bringing the music and peace to people that actually just enjoy to come together and not have no violence, not have no stupid stuff going on. So Ms. Harris say, and the black sitting with her, yeah, on there for money too. If money comes before you, integrity, then before your integrity, I'm sorry, then your voice don't matter anyway, and that's true. Oh, I like that, Miss Harris.
Yeah.
That is so true. I love that. Yes, you are so right. You are so right because we'll be so quick to make a dime, to make that money, and forget they just called you a nigga. Well, here go your paycheck. Here go your paycheck, nigga. Here you go. All right, you have a good day. You gonna pound them too. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Ooh, it's a big paycheck. I ain't never got paid this much money. Remember that commercial? The commercial I'm talking about with the lawyer dude on here with the black dude that they show here.
Oh,
Man, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, we got a
What's his
commercial
name?
that come on. I forgot the lawyer name. The lawyer name, he's a white dude. And he got a black dude. The black dude hired the white dude to be his lawyer in an accident. The black dude got on here.
The money.
No, it's not them. It's a white dude by himself. I can't remember his name. But anyway, y'all, the black dude on here on the commercial, and he is like he uplifting this white man for getting him so much money. Y'all, they had to bleep out the man. The man said, "Shit, I ain't never had that much money before in my life." I'm saying that like this dude to say up here say he ain't never had this much money. He thanked the dude. He worked. I mean, y'all, he was literally worshiping this dude. And we sit, yeah, hugging him and said, "Shit, I ain't never had this much money for in my life." And we sitting up there just cracking up on the commercials, like, "Well, damn, bro, you let the people know you all that time," because he said he was working. What, he was a truck driver? I think he said he was. He was working, but he got into an accident. So you letting people know, even all the working you was doing, you ain't never made that much money that this man got you. You should have never been on there, bro.
Yeah, they were homeless.
Yeah, they went homeless. Yeah. Him and his wife and kids went homeless. He was living in his car, so his wife went to go live with some of their daughters, but then they ended all up being something like that. Yeah. But he just tripped me out, y'all. He was just on there for the money. He like, "Shit, I ain't never had that much money for in my life." I said, this man went out like just like that. The thing is, it, like you were just saying, though, Ms. Harris, how they taking money. And the money is the only thing y'all see other than now. If you gotta have money, we all know we gotta have money to make it in life. We all know this. But when you have the money and you don't have the integrity, y'all, that just looks terrible. That looks so bad when we don't have that as people of color. And because I can't just all say, it's just I'm speaking just people of color. Money ain't that important to us, especially when you got somebody sitting up there saying, "Oh, I got a bunch of black people work for me. They were late anyway, all the time." We on that CP time, as she say. Okay, come on, y'all. It's just not that serious. Miss Harris, she said, "White man runs the world," which is true, and you know how they made it happen. True, lie, cheat, steal, kill, maim, destroy, force. Worship the devil. Oh, I can go on. We all can go on. I can add to that too. We had stepped on people's back, stabbed them in the back, poisoned them and killed them.
So that's the thing. That's how it was designed that way. Like when you say you got to have integrity over money, but if they make it where your race doesn't have any money, then they say, okay, let me give him $1 million. Yeah, you're gonna see that guy do any and everything for that $1 million because he's never even probably had 40,000 in a year. So now you're giving him $1 million. So yeah, that's it's designed that way. That's the reason why they know, hey, I can bring the worst out of this person. All I gotta do is give him like oh boy on that commercial. Like, shit, I ain't never had that much money.
You was just too happy.
Yeah, but it's like you can get that out of them, but you probably can't get another white person to really do that. A poor one, yeah, but like you ain't gonna get Trump to, just let his integrity go over some money because he's gonna be like, "What you mean? What? I got billions. What do you mean? What are you gonna give me? Hey, here's $1 million. I want you to." He's not gonna do it because he's like, I got billions. That's not gonna make me do it. But yeah, you go into the hood somewhere, yeah. Homie ain't never had 30,000 in a year, and you give him 3 million, ain't no telling what he gonna do for that 3
Yeah, Ms. Harris said they might be late, but who's doing the embezzling? Yeah, that's true.
million.
And they good at that too. You know that. We know that. They very good at us ninjas know. They invented that. They invented that. Excuse. So they gonna be the ones that's very good at that. And yeah, you're right. When it comes to the fact, okay, first of all, what black person that you know, like that's in the same situation as Trump was born into money? What black person do you know was like that?
I don't know. He was born.
I
I mean,
don't
you
know.
may have some of the celebrity kids now.
No. I ain't talking about now. I'm
born
talking
into
about
money.
back in Trump days. That's
Oh
what I'm
no,
talking about.
no, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So they was born into the money. We wasn't born into the money. So we had to learn how to get them. And like I said, we said about homeboy on here with the commercial where he was just jacked up happy about having a few 100,000. We talking about 100,000 now.
Yeah, I know. It was just a couple of hundred.
Like 100, I think it's like 150, 175,000, something like that. 200,000 at the most, y'all. So he's like, shoot, I ain't never had that much money. He was like really out there, y'all. If y'all really could see the commercials here in California, but it was crazy. It's really crazy. As I said, there's a lot of black men who are working class who can't be bought or sold. And that's true.
Yeah.
This is one of them right here on the side of me. He cannot be bought or sold. He worked his butt off. My husband, y'all, I'm telling you, he worked his butt off. He would pull off 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. But right now he's just getting blessed right now for to have some weekends off right now. So it's just until it start picking back up again. But his days is usually 6 days a week where he do all that. But through the week, yeah, he's always doing 12, 13 to 16 hours a day. You know, a day, not a week, a day. So he's hard. He's very hard working. He do what he's supposed to do, and he's not gonna let anybody buy him. That's just not gonna happen. But when those who you know that's working, and then you know they like, you know what, I'm tired of doing all this working, man. I'm tired. So here come the white man with a hook. Here, he go a check for $1 million. I need you to start me a business right now. And this the draft, and this is what I need you to do. Shit. Come on, man. I'm like, he gone. He got that money. He gone. I'm got that.
No, they'll say, here, they're a man, but they'll say, hey, here's $1 million. I want you to start this business. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. And I need you to wear this dress while you do it. And these high heels. You're okay. I sure will.
We didn't add that. That's for sure. What's going on, Andre? How you doing, Andre? Andre say, hey, lady, loving everybody on the panel in the chat. This is my hubby right here, Andre. Andre, hubby, Andre.
What it do?
Thank you, Andre, for coming in. Thank you so much. Gladly appreciate you. We on here talking about, we were supposed that one topic, but we pushed that to the side so we can talk about slavery. The young little lady that made this statement she made about slavery. And basically we're saying like how black people are not starting to come, they're not coming together to actually do what they're supposed to do, coming together. He said, hello, nice to meet you. Andre stay in North Cali.
Oh, okay.
He stay in North Cali. I don't know if you stay around the Bay, Andre? I forgot to even ask you that, but he stay in North Cali.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was up there for a minute.
Yeah, we did go up there. I told him when we went up there, it was beautiful. I had never seen it until my husband took me there. So yeah, I loved it. It was just wonderful. I would love to go back there, seriously. But we're saying how like black people need to come together more to start putting things together, putting life in perspective and getting your head on right. Stop coming against each other and let's go more out and expand and do what we're supposed to do in life. Okay, so I just say I live in the Bay Area city. Oh, you live in the Bay Area city called what? Livermore. Okay. It's he know about it. I don't know about it. I'm just reading. He said Livermore is actually the last city in the Bay Area heading towards LA.
Okay. What's up?
Yeah, he from California. You know where I'm from, Louisiana. I don't know nothing about that. I'm still learning up here where we stay at. I've learned up here where we lived at in a high desert area living. It's the LA area down there and all around. I still don't know. He know it all. I don't. So, I tend to want to stay up here and visit down there. And then when we visit, he's a driver because he know down there. He from down there with Pomona. So Not me. I'm still learning. That's me. But it is what it is. And yeah, we wanted to just do a quick one on this, y'all, to talk about it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting a lot to come in because I changed I changed the time. Forgot about our previous engagement we got to go to. My hubby and I, we gonna make sure I put it up for next Saturday. That is actually at a time where everybody can get it. Cause yeah, I like having these conversations with my hubby. Yeah, when we have them here at home, I want to have them, like I tell them, I want to put you on the live, bro. I want to talk on the live, but I got to make sure we got the people up here, you know, the people who do show up and the people that come, like Miss Harris. Now, Andre was here last night, Miss Harris. He popped in and popped out. He saw all the ladies that was in. He was like, I'm going to just say, hey, and poof, I'm going to be gone. But we did have a good time last night. We truly did. It was rocking. It was rocking. I really had so much time, y'all. You say I live on Fort what? With Fort Ord? Where's that? No, but I like California. Where that is? You said Fort Ord or Fort? What's she trying to say?
Ord.
Okay, Miss Harris, I'm confused on this one. If it was a typo, let me know. Or where exactly did you say? Like, I love California. That's why I've been here 11 years, and you can't get me to go back. You laughing at me and Miss Harris trying to say this because I don't know. He's from California, so I don't know. I'm just trying to
Fort Irwin.
Fort Irwin. No, is that no? Oh, no. What is that here?
Yeah, there's a Fort Irwin here. Fort Ord. I never heard of that.
Okay, Miss Harris, Jim, clear me up on this one. You said near Marina and Seaside, California.
Oh, okay.
So you know what she's talking about now?
Yeah, my grandma was there in Seaside. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Monterey.
Well, I don't know. You know, I told you I'm still trying to find this place out. This is the map man right here from California. Do I know? I don't even know LA that well. I really don't. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really am.
You ain't checked in, so.
Well, excuse me. I don't really know it like that.
Bring you in there. You ain't checked in.
Whatever. Andre, he said, yeah, Fort Ord. Andre said, yeah, I have been here in California for a while, but originally from Texas. Oh, Texas. Now, see, my husband, he stayed in Texas for a while. He's from here, but he lived in Houston, Texas for a long time. How long he was there? I ain't telling the story.
Yeah, it was over like 18 years already in Houston. So I knew Houston better than a lot of people from Houston. Let's put it that way. Yeah. The whole city, I know it. Give me a street, I know exactly where it's at. Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it. Like I say, I'm still learning. I just say Fort Ord is an old army base that was closed to Monterey. Yeah. Oh, that was the one he showed me when we were down there? No. Oh.
No, we didn't go that way.
Okay, well, I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm still learning.
Yeah,
so
Seaside, Monterey. Yeah.
Well, I be staying up here a lot, so you know we've been up here I've been up here for 11 years, like here in California. But up here, I know, like I said, high desert where I am, we literally 2 hours away from Vegas, from where we live. We could drive to Vegas, and like we used to do anyway. But we are literally 2 hours away from Vegas. We've been to Vegas in a minute, but you know, since the kids gonna be going on weekends now, we're gonna have to hitting up Vegas. We have to do our Vegas trips again. We say, oh, okay, I'm originally from San Antonio. Oh, I have a lot of family there too. You have a lot of family in Houston, but he's from San Antonio. Do you miss Texas, or you like California?
And let's get this. What's better, Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Okay, now you want to ask that question for real? I say In-N-Out because I don't like Whataburger. We got Whataburger in Louisiana, and I still don't like it. Miss Harris said my ex-husband is in the Army. Oh, my dad was in the Army. Well, he was in the Army. He was a Vietnam vet. My stepdad, he was in the Army. My brother, he went to the Army, but he went AWOL. I'm sorry, y'all. He went to the army trying to follow in my dad's steps. And he went AWOL, y'all. I mean, y'all know my brother like that, so I can tell a story, y'all, for real. We was at my mama's house, y'all. We was partying, having fun, because my brother was like, we giving him a party that he done came back to visit. He was like on a long extended visit, as he said, y'all. So we having a party at my mama's house, boy. We jamming. We having fun outside. And before you know it, the MPs drive up. We was like, MP, what the MPs drive up? My brother took off running in the house. Like, what the MPs driving up for? Y'all, my brother went AWOL. And they sure came looking for him. The MPs come looking for him because he done went AWOL. I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Andre said, most definitely, I miss California. I mean, he missed Texas. Oh, no. I go home every year, just me and my wife here in California. Of course, our kids as well. We've been married for now 27 years. That's there you go, Andre. See, Andre, you never told me that. You know how I feel about long-term marriages. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Black love. Black love. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Andre. I don't know why you miss Texas, though. I don't miss the South. I'm from Louisiana, and I do not miss the South at all. I love it here in California. Love it, love it, love it. Baby. No. You couldn't get me to go back to the South for nothing. Well, you right, Miss Harris. There's no place for a black man. I have said that several times. Several times. I don't feel like the military is not for black men or black women at all. It's just not for black people. Because for some reason, they treat you like dirt when you get out. And when you're trying to escape, like my brother did, they come looking for you like a dog on a leash. You done got off this leash. You got to bring your ass back here. My brother went straight AWOL. He said he could not take them people being in his face, spitting in his face when they was talking to him, yelling at him, telling him what to do, when to do it, how to do it. He said he couldn't take it no more. So he went AWOL. And we jamming because he done lied to us and said, yeah, I got extended stay, boy. We outside my mama's house. We tossing extended vacation. What they call it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what is it? When they put their time in.
Extended leave.
Yeah, an extended leave. It was vacation for him because he wasn't planning on going back. Boy, we jamming, we tossing back the drinks, and we like, yeah, he did his time. We proud of you for doing them little 4 years, bro. Yeah, but you out for a little while. All right, man. MP asking for my brother was like, what the hell? This dude went AWOL. Are you kidding me? Yeah, he did that. He did that, y'all. He did that, and yeah, I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. That was like the funniest thing in the world. But you are so right, Miss Harris. That does not belong to a black person. My dad did 4 years, and the 4 years he did, y'all, he was in Vietnam. So if you don't know about Vietnam, look it up. It was the worst war that you could actually be in. And my dad was saying how he stepped over dead bodies, how he could smell it, the dead bodies rotting away in the water, how he could see the kids just crying, and then kids are crying, lying in the water dead too. That's he left here still in being talking to a therapist. He left here still being talking to a therapist, and that was many decades ago that he was in Vietnam. So no, that doesn't belong to us. We did enough in slavery, as a girl said, it wasn't so bad. Why would you want to go to somebody's army and see even worse? Miss Harris say I'm not going to keep talking. I done got us on topic. No, you good, Miss Harris. You know you good. Don't do that. You know you good here. You know that. Because like I said, we sure missed you last night. You would have been talking that was Storm last night with Bam's crazy ass up in here too. We had fun, but no, please don't stop talking. Because when you express yourself, whether it's through the chat or being on the panel, whichever one, it really makes a difference, especially when we all come together and we all got good things to say and giving our opinions about things that's actually happening to us in this world. And like I said, when my brother went AWOL, that was crazy. That was truly crazy, y'all. I'm just being, that was crazy because we didn't think he would ever do anything like that, period. But what'd you say about the military?
Yeah, if you don't have a whole lot going on, I think it is a place to go. You can get a skill, you can get discipline. I don't really, I'm not really against it, but to go in it for to go in it for the same reasons that everyone goes in it, or certain people, I'll just put it that way.
Money.
No. It's a way to make some money. But some people go in it with a different mindset. I'll just put it that way. There's certain groups of people that go in it for a certain mindset. I think if you are of color and you go in it to provide a service for your country, but you also go in there to get the skills that you need. And when you come out, you utilize those skills that you get from
Okay,
that.
but
Put it that
okay, so you say that part, but remember my nephew
way.
that went into there for the engineering part?
Yeah.
Okay, and guess what? He don't have a job in it because they won't hire a black man with an engineering degree. So what he had to go into? You remember what he had to go into?
Truck.
No,
No.
crane.
Yeah, he's operating the crane.
Yeah,
But yeah, but he still has that
yeah, but no,
engineering skill.
they don't
So,
want to give him that chance being a young black man.
but if he figures out a way to maybe operate his own business, he can be his own engineer.
Yeah, but
He
how
still has that skill.
even operating his own business is against him as well. Like he tried to do, he tried to go to the banks and get a loan to get his business to get a business going. They denied him all kind of ways when there's no way for you to deny his credit is good, his money's good. All they was like, well, you don't have a good plan. You don't have employees. You don't have experience in doing it. That was the main thing they was giving him. You don't have so much experience in doing this. Yeah, it still works against them, even with them having degrees and all that stuff that they need. It still
But
don't.
but if he has he that's when he get that's when he puts his wife out there. He says, "I need you to go get this."
You know, wife.
Well, you gotta get one. And then when he
You
does,
don't just get no wife just to get a wife to get a loan. What you trying to pimp your wife now for a loan? What the hell?
no, but it's not like
I'm gonna
it,
marry you so you can I pimp you to go get a loan so we can get this business
because
going.
they will give it to a black woman
That's not
quicker than they
true.
will a black man.
That's not
Well,
true.
no, they give it quicker than a black man.
Don't use
They
that
may
manosphere
not.
crap up in here.
That's not a manosphere.
Well,
They
that's
will
what it
give
sounds
you.
like. Yeah, don't use that.
No,
name.
but they do.
No, they don't.
Well, who has more businesses, black men or black women?
Nah, no, I don't
Black
really
women,
know.
and it's because they give those businesses on purpose.
No.
They do that so they can say, "Hey, well, we're not racist. There's no racism. Look at
Mm-mm.
black women are flourishing in businesses."
No, that's
And
not
that's
true.
why.
You know what? What's the most black business? What's the most businesses out there that black women have, and they don't need no money to get it up. Though, what they doing?
Yeah, it's usually doing hair.
Exactly. Exactly.
But they still have the business
Where they doing it from?
from the house.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. They doing it from their house.
I mean, yeah, a lot of them are doing that, but a lot of them also have their own business. A lot of them have their own.
But they doing it from
Line.
their
They have,
house, even doing hair or cooking. Yeah, Miss Harris, Miss Bam, too with her crazy self. She crazy, but she say black women. Yes, black women do have the most businesses, but they are doing it from usually their home. Like my friend Luberta, Lou right there down the hill, and what she's doing. She got her business doing uh, daycare, but it's in her house.
Doing daycare.
She's doing daycare from her
But
house.
she still has to get a license and all that.
Yeah, but that's
So
not
that's
a loan.
a business. That's it.
But that's not a loan. All she did was her husband worked. He's a truck driver. She used that money, and from her old job when she was working, it's like she said she had saved up. She used her savings to get her a daycare going, where she got her house right and got the toys and the backyard done and all that stuff. She used her money, and now she's making money. She didn't go out here and get pimped. Her husband didn't pimp her, or she didn't pimp herself to go get no loan from the
Well,
bank.
I'm not a pimp.
That's
but
pimping to me when you
that's,
talking about go get married.
that's working together to say, okay, you want to put an obstacle in front of him, but you'll give it to me. Okay, well, he's gonna run it, but let me get the loan, let me get the license, let me get the everything I need to get, open the business, and then let him run it.
Mm.
That's how that's supposed to be.
So you trying to use the Jay-Z and Beyonce thing?
Exactly.
That's a no.
And that was smart for them. They worked together, and you see how they flourished.
That's a no. Beyonce
They're
is
the
not the
billions.
billionaire. He's the billionaire.
Well, I mean, but it's her money too.
But my thing is that you can't just okay. You want to use your woman to get a business going, and then say, okay, thank you, and then you tell the man that's my wife. They got it for me. But yet, and still, there are men like within the YouTube world that's saying the women shouldn't be out there making the money. The man is supposed to be making the money.
Whoever said that is.
You know who said that? Don't act like you don't know.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if y'all making the money together, if it's a business, you make it together. I mean,
yeah, you're supposed to make it together, but who does it? Who actually does it? No, they don't make it together. And if they do make it together, then it comes to that point where the money then start to divide them. Mm-hmm. When it's actually going on. Ms. Harris, they don't feel threatened by the black woman, but they gonna check a chin check. Exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what just what she said. It's just she said. If she wanted to get a building, she would get along quicker than her husband. That's true. Which, like she said, with the chin check. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Then you're gonna be like, now that's my money. Bob, you know that's my money. You might have got it, but it's mine. Come on, man.
No, man.
I ain't saying that. She's not saying all men do that, but it's the fact that it does happen. Let's not even act like it doesn't happen. It does happen.
I won't.
No, you ain't got too much to say, huh?
Well, no, I'm not gonna say.
That's the first time y'all can say he has not had very much to say. He talk a
lot. No, because I mean, I don't think that.
He ain't got nothing to say. Like, share, and subscribe. Please make sure y'all hit that like button for Mr. and Mrs. Harris. Please make sure y'all hit that like button for us, y'all. We're going to make sure that we actually come in here and do this more often. Because, see, that's the first time I seen him. Miss Harris, you got my husband lost for words.
Well, no, because I don't. Okay, like Jay-Z ain't doing that to his wife.
We don't know what's going on. Remember with Solange up in there in that elevator? We don't know what's going on in their doors. We have no idea what's going on behind their doors. Miss Harris said we don't use the secret of our success. We have it, but are too busy hating each other. And that's true. Thank you. That's what I was saying. You right, Miss Harris. That's exactly what I say. We too busy hating each other. I can tell you right now, if you got those out there that's got ideas and they know exactly what they want to do, but then they too bad, they too much hating on their boy across the street because he's actually succeeded into something that he actually put his mind to. You over there now trying to find a way to get into a fight with him and kill him because you don't like the success that he made instead of for you to go after yours. That's what black people be messing up at.
Do you think it's that, or do you think that people are paying? You know, I don't know. I'll just put it this way. What I think when that kind of stuff happens, you know, like what happened to, I should say that, but like what happened to Nipsey. I don't really think, I think it was jealousy, but then it was like I was saying earlier, when a person doesn't have it, they don't have money, and then someone says, hey, I'm going to pay you to go ahead and take that person out. You'll do it because you don't have any integrity. You never had that money. It's like, go in the commercial. I ain't never had that much money. Mm-hmm. And then they took him out. And then they go, well, it was just jealousy, because that's what the media was putting out there. Yeah, that guy was just jealous of Nipsey and he killed him. Or was he told to do it and paid? I think it's more of that than just people just hating. And then, like how a lot of these rappers are getting killed. I don't really want to just say they were just hating on the dude and killed him. I think they were paid to do it.
Well, Ms. Harris said, I'm saying the white man is going to get, the white man's going to get a chin check. Black women are powerful. Yes, we are very powerful, but that is somewhat intimidating to a lot of black men. It really is. We can't just say it's not. Yes, it is. It's intimidating to a lot of black men. Ms. Harris also said Mexicans put their money together as a business. Thank you. We are surrounded by them over here. I'm just telling you straight up. We surrounded by them as far as putting their money together, and not only that, putting their money together to get a business started. We got they like round they are around us seriously, and the ones that are like down from us, they have like 7, 8 cars, probably more than that, in front of their house, one house now, and all of them live together in that one house because all their money going together as far as their cars, the paying the mortgage, the bills, but they businesses as well, and they have their businesses, and then they all in one house. You know, all of us Negroes can't be in one house.
Well,
Oh,
no, no,
come
no,
on
no,
now,
don't get it
come on,
twisted.
come on.
They're doing it, but don't be thinking that we witnessed it today at the restaurant.
What? Oh, you talking about them two
Yeah.
girls that got into
Yeah,
it?
they get into it just like we
They
do.
don't.
They
They
got
no, no,
gangs
no.
and everything just like we do.
You're not
They
saying
got
it
the
like
same.
she's saying it though. She's saying it like how they are. Those that work together. Let me put it that way. Them two ain't living together as a family. Them two. We went to. Okay, we went to. I don't know if you know about Pancho Villas. We have a Pancho Villa here. It's a Mexican restaurant. So we went to eat there before. Don't ask why we ate there before we go see our in-laws. Okay, but we went to go eat. It was early, so we went to go eat. And there's two Mexican chicks in the front, and they done got into it. Now, my husband, he speaks Spanish, so he understand what they were saying. I didn't. I had to wait till the girls leave from each other. He telling me wait, because he want to tell me what they was fussing about. But he didn't want them to hear that he knew what they were saying in Spanish, that he can understand them, because they was fussing with each other in Spanish. He came out to let me know that the one Mexican girl was mad at the other Mexican girl for not doing her job, wiping down the menus the night before. But they was fussing with each other. Now the other girl throwing the menus at the other girl, the other the server and the hostess. The server she's throwing the menus at the hostess, telling her clean them, they dirty. So they getting into it. I mean, just, and to be honest, it was a light skinned Mexican against a dark skinned Mexican.
Yeah, I pointed that out to say they have the same issue.
Yeah, yeah. She's a lighter. She was lighter like white, and the other one was dark like me, like dark skinned Mexican. Like she was like a darker skin color. The darker skinned Mexican, she was mad, boy. She had booty in her lip and everything, and attitude out this world. She's the waitress, so she getting mad at her. And every time when she wasn't at the front to go see people, she turned around looking for them. When she didn't see her, rolling her eyes up in there, going straight. Now, these are two people that don't live together. That's what the point that he bringing up. These two ain't living together. I'm talking about the ones that stay down the street from us. That's got like 5 or 6 of them.
But those
8 cars out
family
there.
members, though.
We don't know. Even if they family, we can't. Bruh, ain't no family come to stay up here with us but our kids. I said that ain't gonna happen. It's just gonna be our kids. But Harry said we'll be too worried who's gonna put it. More are losing out. That's true. We are distrustful, very, and want instant gratification. Can't wait for a profit. Need Jordans and chains. I love my people, but wake up. Thank you. I just said that this morning. I kid you not, Miss Harris. I said that this morning. She said same problems. Exactly. Where we got all black people got all this going on, and we still have not waking. We're not awake. How long? Spike Lee been talking about wake up for I don't know how long. He just say, guess what? Y'all niggas sleep. I'm done. Y'all can sleep. I'm tired of telling y'all wake up. I'm sorry. Y'all know what? Keep sleeping. I'm out of here. I'm done. He don't even make no more movies. That's just how bad Spike Lee been trying to tell us. But you know, we as black people, just like she said, we ungrateful, which is true. We very disrespectful, disloyal, and we don't trust each other. We just don't. I know and I'm gonna speak on this say because if we left family in this house, as we left and went somewhere, I'll be like, turn the camera on. Turn the camera on. I gotta see. Because we got a camera in our house. We got cameras all around our house and inside our house. I'll be quick and say, no, I changed my mind. Turn around. Let's go back. We gotta tell them they can't stay here while we gone. That's how we are. Yeah, don't act like we don't act like that. And you know that. That's why you laughing. Because you just the same way, bro. Same time. But if we actually was more trustful to each other, do you, Miss Harris, do you even think we get somewhere in life? If, because that's a big if. That's a gigantic capital IF. I don't believe we would ever be to where we would actually we would trust each other as Black people, because you can't trust family. You just can't trust family at all. Family be the biggest ones you think you can trust, and no, you cannot. We can't trust family because they're the ones that take that big ass steak knife and stab you in your back.
Mhm.
While some of the other ones, you got to worry about that little steak knife. We looking for the big old butcher knife when it comes down to family. So, do you ever think that Black people would ever get to that point to actually trust in family like that? What you say?
Well, I think people all have, in every race, I think we all have certain family members we can trust and certain ones we can't.
Hmm.
'Cause I know there's certain family members that, in my family, that we can trust. And I know there's certain ones, that you can trust. Yeah.
Who in my family?
Yeah.
Who?
Like,
Who?
like your sisters and Bubba.
Who? Y'all, I don't know what he talking about. Look, Miss Harris said it's the slave mentality. That's true. That is so true. It's a slave mentality. And I don't know why you even. Y'all love my husband, but I don't know. I think he done had too much of this booze already that we drinking. I don't know what him talking about right now. Miss Harris said, I don't know. It's so embedded in us. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. See, even Miss Harris saying it straight up. It's embedded in us. That it's just there. But you gonna bring up them names, bro? I should slide you up out of here right now in this chair. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So people can see. I have my own gaming chair, and he has his own gaming chair. While people's thinking I was stealing my husband's gaming chair, no. I have my own, and he got his own. That's why I had to get my own, y'all. He was being all selfish with his at first. He didn't want to play his game. Miss Harris say, please don't fight. Baby, we ain't gonna fight. And if we fight, we got a good way of making up. But no. We ain't gonna fight here. It's just I don't know why he mentioning them names like I got trust. I ain't gonna. He trying to be funny. That's why he can't stop laughing, y'all. Not even happening. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to Lady Lecture. I'm gonna tell y'all gonna see me and my husband on here on Saturdays for right now. And me and him just gonna be getting into it just like this. And he gonna be laughing like he laughing because he know how to just get to me, y'all. He really do. He's the only one that really know how to get to me sitting up here like, now don't get me wrong. I love my sisters. I do. I have two of my sisters and I love them dearly. And they younger, my baby sister's 40. And my other sister, how old that girl is? I think she like 42. Yeah, she 42. But they way down the line in trusting. But as far as I said in trusting, I did say that out loud, didn't I? Yeah, that too. I love them, but that's why all my family's in Louisiana. I gotta love you from a distance. Thousands of miles away. Thousands of miles away. That's just me. Miss Harris said I'll be saying y'all Miss I was a boxing on it. It was boxing in our boxing in here. Let me tell you. We going over there to our in-laws and watch a boxing fight too. Yeah, it's going to end up being a box fight if he keep up here keep trying to make these lies up right quick. No. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Y'all, I love my husband dearly, like I said, but he know what to do. That's why he's still laughing. Because he knows exactly, wait till we get off this live. He already knows I'm telling him so. Don't be doing that to me. You can love your family and love it from the distance, especially ones you know already is troublemakers, and you can't tell them a damn thing. Because then if you tell them one thing, then they gonna go tell everybody else, and then everybody else gonna hear it. And by the time it come to everybody, come back to you, it's other shit put on it. So there's no such thing as you. Y'all know how it is, really. Don't act like y'all know about family. What's up, YJ? How you doing, YJ? What's going on, my brother? In here, the poet. My husband is still laughing, y'all, because he knew already. He know where he was going with that one. He up in here talking about them. Man, bro, look, I ain't finna even go there. All I'm gonna tell you is that, when it comes down to situations of family, and when it comes down to situations for us Black people, we don't know how to get along, and that's why other races make fun of us. Because we don't know how to get along. We don't know how to come together and make things happen. And it's easy for them to say, just like old girls say, well, I don't know what y'all making a big deal out of slavery for, because it wasn't no big deal. That's why it's easy for them to say that, because we're too much against each other. We're always against each other, and it's ridiculous. Sarah said, yep, got to love them from a distance, and I love them. I love them dearly. I would be on the plane quickly if something happened. But to actually be there, to be trustworthy, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. So, Mr. YJ, I got a question for you. What do you say about black people? Say family though. Black people coming together to make a difference in this world. I don't know if you know this little white chick, just Pearly thing, whatever her name is. And she was the one that's now trending with people talking about her. How she made a statement saying that she don't know why black people's upset because slavery wasn't no big thing. It wasn't no big thing. So what do you think about black people not coming together to make a difference in this world like we should? Would it ever happen? Ms. Harris says it's not because it's embedded in us. It's the anger, the jealousy, the killing, all that stuff that they actually do. It's embedded in us. So if it's embedded in us that way, is it ever going to be a time where we make a change? Is it ever going to be a time where we actually can come together and say, what we should overcome? Y'all, he coming back in here laughing because he still think it's funny. Give me some more to drink, please. Because I need some more to drink with my husband. He be tripping me out because he know I'm going to get him. He know I'm going to get him when we get off this live, y'all. He know. Man, you come on. It ain't just me. Don't act like it's just me because black people just can't trust each other. We can't trust each other. And we can't trust each other as far as we can see each other or throw each other. That's just how it is. Don't act like it's just me. Please don't act like it's just me because it's not just me. Because if that's so, then we'll be having like we were talking about earlier, like Miss Harris said. All of black people be living together in a house, saving our money so we can run a business and get a better home and all that stuff like that. Daddy, he jacked up my nail right here. I just looked at I got my nails done over today. I'm looking at how he jacked up my nails. See right there? Anyway, look, Mr. YJ say, I think some mountains and peaks to cross for it to happen, but it won't happen. It won't happen overnight. It ain't gonna happen no time soon. How long it's been? Come on, YJ. I respect you. YJ, this is my hubby. Hubby YJ. This is my hubby, my better half. This is Mr. Harris right here. He's been chilling with me on this Saturday. But I'm glad you got the power in the black people to know that one day we shall overcome all this anger. When?
We've done it before.
This been happening since I've been on this earth. Not earth, but earth. So when is it going to happen? That's all I'm asking for is when is it going to happen? I'm getting tired of seeing blacks killing blacks. Blacks robbing blacks. Blacks don't like to see each other do good. So they make sure that they sabotage what you got going on. We can't, like we just said, we all can't live together. Nobody can't come live with us, and we know that. We didn't already did that as well. Seriously, we have. Don't act like we ain't did that. Okay, he's in here. I'm gonna share that story with y'all since we still sitting on him. Ms. Harris said, I'm not saying not to make a difference in our community. I believe in being held accountable, but see, we always got a but we're so damaged, everyone. It's not going to be on board. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. You said we're so damaged. Everyone's not going to be on board, and that's true. We got haters. We hate on each other all the time. I don't do it because I ain't got time for you. Mr. YJ say, salute Mr. Harris. Stepped in late, but I'm here. Appreciate you stepping in, though.
That's what's up.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
They had me jamming. They took me back when I told you it was YJ and Crucial. We see new in Crucial, but you missed YJ and Crucial when they was doing a battle. YJ was my boy, but he had Master P. Ugh. You know I am not no Master P fan at all. And Crucial had Cash Money.
Oh, for real?
Crucial got it because you know I hate Master P. I can't stand that food. Oh, I can't stand that food. YJ, you my boy, but why you chose Master P? I don't know. Ms. Harris said some blacks are more woke than others. That's true. I don't like that term, but that's what is used. And that's the truth. And that is the truth. We do have those, but I said, Spike Lee got tired of telling us to wake up. He just said, fuck it. Excuse my expression, but that's what he said. I'm out of here. Y'all don't want to listen. I'm out. I ain't making it. What in the world? Why you tell me this was something different? Oh, okay. Well, he said, I'm out of here. Gotta go. So I'm out of here. Y'all don't listen to me. I'm tired of making movies. I'm old. Tired of trying to preach to y'all to wake up. He would say, what did that was? School Days?
School Days.
Yeah, School Days. He made that movie. He's yelling at the end. He had Lawrence Fishburne in his younger days. Wake up. And niggas are still asleep. Sorry. And that's just what I'm going to use. Yes, they still the ones that are asleep. They still asleep. So until we wake up, we still going to have it to where we are hating each other. We trying to pull down each other. We trying to do, like, with the music, like YJ and New and Crucial and Boss do. They too busy trying to stomp on them than step up with them.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them down instead of lifting them up. So why not come together and say, oh, my brother's trying to make my music. My hubby is doing music. Let's try to lift them up. Let's try to help each other. No, they ain't going to do that. Man, bro, he ain't got it. What are you trying to do? No. You too busy hating on each other. Too busy doing that. But yet still.
Not them.
Who?
Not YG.
No, I ain't saying about them. I'm talking about those who are asleep. Let me put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Those who are still sleeping that won't try to help each other to build. They want to step on each other's back instead of helping each other up.
Yeah.
So why not try to help each other out? Because you don't want to see the other one do better than you. Mm-hmm. That's just it. Oh, he ain't about to get no ups on me.
But the ones that are sticking together like them, you see, they do quality stuff. The ones that step on each other, stuff don't be quality.
Well, I can't say that about all of them because some of them have talent. It's just their talent actually goes to them heads. Mm-hmm. So them going to them heads like that, they like, yeah, he ain't on my level. So guess what? You can go stay down there. He ain't coming up on me. Ain't happening. My favorite Southern brother in the house. What's going on, Blue Devil G? What's happening, my brother? How you doing? My significant other right here on the side of me. Mr. Harris, Blue Devil G, Mr. Harris.
What up?
Glad to see you. That's my favorite Southern brother. He the one gave me the story on that lady, that teacher would mess with them two kids that we talked about yesterday, and he wasn't here. What's going on, bro? How you gonna give me the story then you wasn't here? I told you I was gonna use it yesterday. What's going on, Blue Devil G? I was looking for you. I'm like, this is a dedication to my brother, Blue Devil G, that ain't in the doggone chat. What's going on? He say, what's good? What's good, L.A. Harris? Miss Harris said, I love BSM music. Yes, also the fact they will not change it to try to make it in the mainstream fashion. That's true. They do them, and that's what I like. They do them to stay them, and that's what I like. They have integrity. I know they gonna make it. Yeah, they gonna make it. They are gonna make it. But that's just it. They are more. Oh, I need to plug this thing up. Hold on, keep talking. I got to plug up the laptop.
Oh yeah. They gonna definitely make it. Y'all got some good. I heard y'all hitters out there. Y'all got some bangers, man. So y'all definitely gonna make it.
They are making it. Yep. My brothers are out there making it. It's just, oh, you was working, Mr. Blue Devil G. Okay, I know you that hard working man. I appreciate it though, but we did use your topic yesterday, just to let you know, brother. We got into that, and then we got into some music. We was having us a real good time. I wish you could have made it though. Make sure you catch that replay. He said, I see you been on for a while. I'm late. No, I dropped the link for you. You want to come up, YJ? I'm trying to get this on here, YJ. I'm saying, because I'm trying to say Blue Devil G at the same time. My bad. Plus, I've been sipping. I've been sipping. Let me get this for you, YJ, and you can come up on here, because yeah, we've been here a minute, but we ain't got nowhere to go for right now. We going to a fight. Watch a fight later on. Did I put it in here right? Yep. All right, YJ. Now you know I'm gonna put you behind the scene to make sure it's you, because I don't need to have no more picky boos. I had a fool come up here. He doing a picky boo, and he calls out Blue Devil G. yeah, Blue Devil Jr. He come up with that whack it, whack it, whack it, whack it. Like you have nothing else better to do. For real, for real. Nothing else better to do than that's the type of men that can't get no woman. They can't get nothing in life. They stay with their mama, living in the basement. She don't want to walk in on them and say, "What the hell are you doing?" All because you don't know how to get on or use somebody's YouTube and be a grown person. You want to get on here and show everybody that you got something. You thought you had something. Have nothing else that look. And Blue Devil was trying to make sure that ain't me, sister. That ain't me. That wasn't me. My bad, Blue Devil. That was my bad. One thing about it, people just don't understand. When we are too busy out here doing the stupidest stuff in life and don't have nothing else better to do, they get on somebody's live or get on somebody's channel, being a black person too, because the fool was black, and decide to want to jack off, it's like, bruh, you only making yourself look stupid. You really are. You making yourself look like a dang on fool. Okay, camera for me right quick, YJ, because I can see. We'll just camera up right quick. There you go. YJ, what's going on, my brother?
What's good? What's good?
Nothing, man, nothing.
Mr. Harris, look at y'all. Look at that black love.
Hey, see, I told you it exists.
It does exist. It does exist.
Yes, it does. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. You can hear me good?
Oh yeah, we hear you great.
All right. I'm on my phone. I ain't on my mic and all of my setup and all that. But yeah. So what you said? They jumped up here, man, and did you with the porn bomb?
Oh yeah, he did a porn bomb. That was that stream. What about 3 weeks ago? Bam was up here. Yeah, some fool did a porn bomb up here. He came up here, and I was like, "Yeah, you have." And then when I put him behind the scene, I'm still looking at him on camera, and I was shaking my head like, "You fool." You see?
Oh man. Yeah, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. It's a public platform. So, we try to, share each other links and stuff. But, people see these links and see they done drop the link and they want to go up there and play with their little phallus. And then
and then they have nothing else better to do. They really, truly don't. But, it's all good.
Yeah.
When people like that they don't have a life. They don't have nobody else to do it to. They don't have a girlfriend. Like I said, that's the ones that their mama walk in, they hump in the washing machine. And she like, what the hell are you doing? Sarah say you probably a serial killer. Yep. So, and we was also, I don't know if you heard, but we was talking about, that little white chick, what's her name again?
Pearly.
So the pearly chick, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, see, I didn't know. I heard you alluded to the source or the reference, I guess, of what the topic was, but I had not heard nothing about it. But so is what you saying? It was basically a white chick saying that reasons why black people won't. Did I get that right? Reason why black people won't unite or something like that?
No. She made two comments. One was about because she had this little white supremacist dude on there, and they was laughing and talking and stuff. And he's saying about how people be running late, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got black people work for me, and they run late all the time." So that was the first one she said. But this main one now that she's trending about is that the same guy she was talking to, they was talking about slavery. He was talking about how he's a part of white America. Alt-right America and all that stuff.
So like the right Republican type, white nationalists.
Yeah, white nationalists.
Yeah, and she had him on the show talking to him, and they were laughing and talking about stuff. And then she was he mentioned about slavery, and she said, "Oh, I don't know why black people upset about slavery because it wasn't that bad."
Yeah.
Well, you go to. I hate to do it, but it's like you got to go to the Jewish people. If you're gonna say that to us, then say that to them too.
I think you said that, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Now that the white dude she had on there, he did say that. He was the one that ran over the white girl in Charlotte, Virginia. Well, not Charlotte. In Virginia.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Virginia?
I believe that was in
It
Virginia.
was Charlotte over. It was somewhere over there.
Yeah, he ran over the white girl over there. So yeah, they were on there talking about Jews won't replace us and all that, but well, the small hand. I don't think I should have said that.
And
But
actually,
yeah,
I actually is I don't like when people compare the Holocaust to slavery,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like tomatoes and oranges, like
Mm-hmm.
extent.
yeah,
But I don't know. That's just the stigma I think we get as black people, is that we don't work hard and stuff. Like I've even heard, I'm in Texas, so and my Spanish is pretty good. I'm probably about 60% with it. Like I can conversate and things, when they talk slow enough. But what I do notice is that a lot of Mexicans and I'm saying Mexicans because they're actually Mexican. I'm not just using Mexican as a blanket term for all Latino,
Right.
Hispanic, but they do look at black men in America like, there is that stereotype in Mexico that black men, we're not hard workers and things like that. And for the reason of that, I can say a litany of reasons why, but what I will say is not all. We ain't all like that. Just like all of them ain't drunks or whatever. So,
Laziness.
but
yeah.
it's one of them. Go ahead.
Oh no, there's I've worked around them as well, and I know they're not. A lot of them not as hard working as they perceive to be. I'll just put it that way.
Right.
Yeah, they have the image now that they're hard workers, but I've worked around them.
Yeah.
They have lazy ones, just like we do have some lazy brothers and sisters out there. I ain't gonna lie, but
I agree.
but when they're hard worker, they're hard working. So.
Right. Now, I don't know. I do think, there's some things we could say. I don't know, but as far as that's a whole kind of different conversation. But as far as to go back to the unity, what you was talking about, it's like that for a reason. I think, like everything you were saying, Lady Love, I agree with. Yes, we are like that. Like the problem is identified, and that's what I think makes it hard, is because we know it's kind of like that. Like, I hate to say that I'll like in my lifetime I can't see it changing, and I'm 34, and that's the part I hate. I hate to say that, and I see how you looking, brother. I hate to say that in my lifetime. But the thing is, there's been generations of cycles, these family cycles within generations of black people. And I think that plays into the psyche of how we are kind of as a whole. And as Miss Harris said, what?
Because you saying what I'm saying. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Preach it.
Well, I mean, hey, I wasn't even here to hear. I wasn't here to hear. So I wasn't here to hear. I'm just giving my point. And me and Boss, we talked about this kind of at length, in the past. Talking about black unity. Because to tell you the truth, I think one of the things when it comes to like looking at it even from a political scale, from a political level, like imagine if all of these black organizations could come together. Because, they say you could chop the head and the body such and such, but think about, like, say if the Nation of Islam, like if there was a board or a council Like the head of Nation of Islam gets with the head of the ADOS, gets with the head of people from speakers from different organizations of Black people, and to create an independent party to where whenever we going to go vote, there's actually something else there, type of thing. Even something like that, it's hard for me to see happening, just because all of these organizations, they denounce the other organizations so much that they can't sit at the same table, type of thing, to where even on a level, not just from us down here, and when I say that, don't take that as nothing, I just mean it on a political level, us down here, not even from us, but even for people who are in positions of power in the Black community, even for those people to sit down and create some sort of council and have a representative and council underneath them when it comes to Black issues and things like we don't even see that. So if we're not seeing that, I can't see the latter happening when it comes to just the regular people, like the citizens type of thing. It's just hard. It's hard to see. I don't know.
And I agree with you. And the reason why I agree with you so much is because of all that's going on. Not only, let's just go back. Who killed Malcolm X?
That was the CIA,
but who agreed with the CIA or whoever to kill?
No, it's not about agreeing.
It's always gonna be one. It's always gonna be that tap dancing Negro that's gonna. But that's all it takes is one. That wasn't an organization of Black men who decided to do this or that, Malcolm X, or
Yeah.
Thank you.
But that's what I was also saying earlier. If you make a group of people poor, so if you make a group of people poor and they don't have things, you can pay them to do whatever you want them to do, and they'll take it because they never had the money. That dude was paid to.
But it's not. I don't care. That's what okay. This is what we getting at. Period. Well, I'm getting at anyway. You could dangle that money in front of a Black. If somebody tell me they pay me, look, I'm gonna pay you right now to take out your husband because I'm gonna pay you to take out your husband because you're gonna get paid good off of life insurance. All it's gonna take is that narrow mind to think, the money. That's gonna look and I poison you or kill you and what's up. That's what the same thing with Malcolm X. They waited that money and they took that one little dancing nigga.
Yeah.
And said, "Yep, I do."
Just think of all the ones they asked, and they were like, "Nah, I ain't about to do that to him."
Yeah, but just imagine the one that did do it. Like he said, it just took one. Like Ms. Harris said, she said, not all, but the narrative has been pushed to all the other races, and they believe in all the facts, which is true.
Yeah,
that's true, and I believe that 100%, which is true. And then she said, "Yeah, that's the white man that killed Malcolm X." What man did it though?
Yeah, but who?
White man paid, but who did it?
Yeah, but that's the way they wanted to look. Like, it was the Black guy that did it. Yeah, but who put him up to doing it?
Yeah,
he probably didn't even have that in his mind to do that.
Okay.
See, I can only place so much blame on the Black man that took it. There's only so much blame I think that can be placed on him, or the one that's tap dancing for that, or what's the word? I'm trying to think of the actual. I can't remember, but when it comes down to it, I can't really just place. Of course, place blame on him, but I can't really place all the blame on that one man.
And why not?
Because I know for every one that would do it, there's 10 that wouldn't.
Exactly.
But the one, that's what I'm talking about. That one, even in society, we know all it takes is one Black woman to do something stupid, and they put it on all Black women. They put that scared.
Some people do that, not all.
Huh?
I said that's their fault for looking at for for not having the discernment to look at things reasonably, I would say.
Well, yeah, that's true, but that's what society has been doing from day one. That's why we get blamed or we just get looked at crazy for stealing or killing or whatever just for the color of our skin. Because it only took was one fool to start that mess, and now guess what? That's how we being looked at. So society is gonna stamp us with that regardless. So if it took one black man to do something good, stealing all the bad they did, it's still not gonna be a good outcome. It's just not. So we've been stamped with that as our color being so dirty and so wrong, to where you can be the best man, like you making the music that you making, being a hardworking man. Do you have kids?
No kids.
Okay, but if you had kids, then you would be like the father figure, a hardworking man, a wonderful rapper. As I call you a poet. I'm sorry, you the poet to me. But you're doing your thing, but still, you do one thing. You walk up in that store with the way you look, they gonna follow you all through the store, even though you are being painted, or that you are not painted, but you have that you are being this good man. He get it all the time. And you see this dark-skinned man sitting outside of me. Every time he goes somewhere, they pick on him just because of his skin color. And he's a hardworking man. He don't do nothing wrong. He have no background. He go to work, come home, do what he's supposed to do, but he still get picked on.
And that's, to a certain extent, we can't control. We can't control. We have to, I guess, focus on the things that we can control. At the end of the day, I think, we focus on what we can control, because we already know what it is when it comes to that,
Mm-hmm.
So the things that you can control, what are the things that you can control? You can control your household. You can control, things that you teach your children. You can control, things like that. And I think on a household to household basis, doing that over time, things can change. And I've
Mm-hmm.
kept that same narrative for years now, is that it's not about, I guess, identifying the problem, but identifying what each household needs to do separately for it to change. And I had this conversation with Boss about you have to kind of be selfish when it comes to looking at the Black community. You have to think about you and yours. And if Black people were more focused on doing that and thinking about their families, generations in the future and then over time it'll be the cause and effect. It will affect that down the road, just with each household doing that type of thing. So that's kind of how I look at it. Like, I already know the problems, the systematic, this and that. Like, yeah, I know that, but I can't control that. Like, just looking at it, I can't do nothing about that. So,
Okay, well, I mean, I understand you on that one. I get what you're saying, but if we do concentrate on just our household, which the majority of us we really do, that's not bringing us together, united like the other races are being. Not only are they putting their household together, but they're taking their household that is together and putting it with another to team up, and then another to team up, and then another to team up. So then that's where they actually become stronger than us, because we are so separated and actually trying to keep each one of ours together.
And that's what I'm saying. That the generations, it's not going to be overnight. It can happen. Like, there's no, we got there's the Jewish community centers in every city. Every major city has a Jewish community center. They got pools and this and that. There's donors.
Mm-hmm.
Things. There's institutions in place, but these things kind of didn't get like that overnight. And we know it's easier to do that type of thing, when you got the the complexion for the whatever, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But
complexion for the protection.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Yeah. We know that's definitely is real. But the only way we can know if that can happen is if we get on code by ourselves at a certain we get on code household for household. If we don't get on code household for household, then there will be no,
See,
coming
that's what
together.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, there has to be a code.
But that's
what the other people have is a code. They don't really like each other. They have the same issues we got. They just have a code, and we don't stick to a code.
No, I understand that part too. Let me read Ms. Harris said. She said they are creators of chaos who what was it? And then she said she spell check. I knew what you meant by that, Ms. Harris. Let me read the other one. She said it's here. You can't leave the unfortunate out. What about the sisters who has nobody? That too as well.
Yeah.
Just a little caring about others go a long ways. That's true too as well. That's what I'm saying. You would want someone to help yours if they weren't able to. That's true too as well. And the brother who's down and out and needs a peep talk or shoulder on. That's a shoulder to be on as well. And that too as well. That's just the thing.
That's true.
She's saying all that, and that's true, and I believe that. He believed that because we actually we help our people out as much as possible. We really do. But when we're actually doing it, but then somebody else is that the people that may be next door to us are say they black, which is too. We got some black people right here next door to us on this side. They will not look out for us. They not gonna look out for us. They'll put trash in our yard. That's what
and I agree with everything Miss Harris said. All I'm saying is for us to see that the kids of the people who are staying on code, then they will grow up, and when they do see the neighbor who's such and such or the person who doesn't have, then they'll be more apt to help, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we can't even throw this out there that shit. Looking at these 50 states, what percentage of black men is in prison right now?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the head of the households, where are we at? So if we're not in the household, then that's immediate. Like, that throws off the whole equation. Just being the fact. Like, so it's definitely many mountains and peaks to overcome. But yeah, I do agree, with what she said.
Yeah, but it's so many mountains and peaks to come over. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my people. I love all my people because I'm not racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body, but nobody in my family is with a different race. We're all with black. It's black on black love.
I think everybody a little racist.
No, I'm not.
You gotta be. If you know your people, you a little bit racist.
That's not true.
Your race percentile. Is you in the 10%, 5%, 30%, 70%?
Come on, YJ. Come on. Be honest though, because we give other people racist money too that's homeless as well. So I don't consider to be racist at all, because you know what I'm thinking more racist when they walk up to me like I was when I was living in Louisiana, and they used to walk up and just call us the N-word like nothing to it. Just walk up to, what's up, nigga? Or how you doing, nigga? Go do this, nigga. Yeah, problems whatsoever doing that to us when I was growing up.
And I was just playing. I was just,
There's no racist because he got friends, people that he not friends, but people of other races that he actually chill with and stuff. And he's very fluent in Spanish as well. So he know a lot of guys that speak Spanish as well, Mexicans and stuff. So
okay.
It's not where we would consider to be racist if we do like the racist ones do towards us, straight up looking at me and just calling me a straight nigga to my face, or telling me I'm dumb because of my skin color. You follow me around in the store thinking I'm finna steal because of my skin color.
Yeah,
so
don't take it literal. I just
I know. It's just some people don't understand it though.
With racism, it's definitely there's a system in place that supports. Like there can't be, you can't be racist if there's not a system in place to support it, type of thing.
Right.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what, like, when a lot of people like that I work with, they'll say, well, there's this thing that they say that black people are not racist. And I've heard them say racist stuff about white people. And I'm like,
Right.
well, that's not what we're talking about. That they don't have any power to do anything to you, though. And I had to explain to a coworker, I'm not worried about the guy at the trailer park that's calling me the N word. I'm not
Right.
saying, hey, monkey, and all that. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about who the guy that's trying to hire me, if he's racist, or I'm worried about the president of the United States that might be racist. I'm worried about someone in the House of Representatives that might be racist. I'm worried about the doctor that might be racist. Not the guy that doesn't have a job and he's calling me the N word at a trailer park. No,
Right.
that's
It's the system.
exactly the system.
The political people.
Yeah.
The political people, the ones who actually have the actual power
Mhm.
that can actually have, like, send the people over here to our house all of a sudden and saying, oh, we found out y'all got drugs in here. Somebody told you got drugs and tearing up our home.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that we actually worried about being racist because they have the power. But somebody that's across the street from me that decide they want to call me the ninja. I'm gonna just say ninja, okay? I'm going back to ninja. The ninja. Then I'm like, oh, that's what you think of me? Okay, well, you're just upset because I'm living in your neighborhood and I'm purchasing a house here.
Yeah.
So that's your problem to deal with, not mine. But yeah, the people that has the power, yeah, I'll be worried about them. I'm more looking over my shoulder at them to be like, oh my Lord, because they can actually have, oh my Lord, I'm saying, they can have anybody to come here and just mess your life up or go to your job like they did on I don't know. What, Jay? I think you might be too young. You might know. But Good Times, that episode when James got fired off his job because Michael wrote that letter to the government. Yeah. That's the people you need to be worried about. Your son wrote a letter about white premises and all that stuff like that. And they done went to your job knowing your son wrote it and it got you fired. Those are the people you need to be worried about being racist.
Exactly that. And that's why I had to explain it. And then when I broke it down to a couple of them like that, they were like, "Oh, okay, I see what you mean." I said, "Yeah." So some black dude saying he doesn't like white people, and he, lives across the street from you or works with you, maybe. Yeah, that ain't no one you should be worried about. It's if
Or they'll hear,
huh?
or I said, or they'll hear a stand-up comedian. They'll hear Chris Rock say something.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy say something, and then think that's
yeah.
Eddie Murphy politically doesn't
Yeah, exactly.
Time to cancel him.
But the thing about the politics, man, and people get mad at me, I don't vote.
We don't vote.
Okay, because I thought that was gonna start a whole thing. I don't vote.
Well, your vote, the way I look at it, your vote should be for sale. So if they're gonna do something for you and your people, then okay, you get my vote. If they're not talking about it, oh yeah, we're gonna look into it, but you gotta vote for me in order for me to even look into it. No, I'm not giving you a vote at all. Then how about that? Well, then the Republicans are gonna get in there, and what is that supposed to mean?
Because we trained as Black America, we trained to vote Democrat. Like
exactly.
It's like it don't matter who's going up. It could be Hillary. It could be. And you're not gonna look at their past. You're not gonna look at what things they signed in the past.
Right.
What anything. You just go, okay, they Democrat and Trump is. We know who Trump is, so we gonna vote this. You got vote for the lesser of two evils. I'm like, well, fuck both of them.
Exactly.
But
no, you good.
You know we say that shit over here. My bad.
What Miss Harris talking about?
Oh, Miss Harris said I was raised by mainly white people. So as a child, I had white best friends. Not until I became an adult did I realize they didn't see me as equal. So I proved to them I am. And she said she don't vote either. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And Blue Devil said white just say slick words. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
so just for the sake of conversation, because I had this conversation with my mama about the voting and all that. She was like, hey, you know, she's what 63 around there, 62, 60, something like that.
Younger than mom.
But what I run into with my mother is she says that the right to vote, like she brings up what was it, the whole policy around the time when they was, you know, hosing black folks down and water
Oh,
fountain.
yeah.
The John, what is it? The
John
damn.
Lewis.
Nah, it's the I can't believe I forget. But the set of laws that was put in place, the separate but not after the separate but equal, it was like they were still doing shit after the Civil War and all of that, and basically saying that we
Jim Crow.
Jim Crow. That's it. I said John.
Yeah.
But she
You
said
got close.
basically, I
Yeah.
was close. But she basically saying that this whole time, like our ancestors and our generations before us were specifically fighting for these voting rights. And she said, I'm doing a disservice to those people who were fighting because I don't vote.
Yeah, but what she has to understand is they were fighting, they were getting hosed down, they were having dogs put on them. They went through a lot for the right to vote or not to vote. It was the right to do either or. So yeah, if they're not giving us that's just like, okay, let's say both parties were like, hey, if black people don't work for at least 15 hours a day, we gonna hang y'all. We both parties say it. And because your ancestors went through all what they went through to vote, you got to vote for one of us. But we gonna hang y'all if y'all don't work at least 15 hours a day. It's like, then you gotta look back and say, so we gotta vote for that. You know, it's like, yeah, we still gotta go vote though. You know, and maybe it's not literally like that, but it is basically like that. It's like we okay, you got to vote for somebody. Yeah, but neither one of them are saying that we're going to do anything for us. So why should we even give any vote? Well, because people died for you to vote, but it's for nothing. You want us to still vote for nothing? I think they voted. I think they went through all that for us to have the right to do whatever we want to do as far as vote, who we want to vote for, or not vote at all.
Right. And and that's kind of how I laid it out, but I didn't not the same way. I wish I would have laid it out like that. But I don't know. I kind of laid it out like they were fighting for something, but they didn't know what they were fighting
for. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, yeah, they were fighting to do that, but at the same time, they didn't know once they had the right to that, there would still be all of this bullshit that we got to deal with. I don't know, but that's what I hear from, I guess, the older generation, because, you know, my auntie, she was on the same lines with my mama. I'm like, oh, you gotta vote, and when it comes to voting, I do think the local voting is probably more important than the presidential vote.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, the president, regardless of what the president's skin color, I feel like if he's in the running, then he's with the shits just like them. You know, so.
Do you actually think your local voting too, as well, it counts? Because I really don't either. I don't think any vote that comes from people of color counts. I think they just actually toss ours to the side and put it who they want to put it with. That's how I look at it.
I respect you. I do respect you. I just think, I guess when it comes to town hall meetings and stuff, like we don't really, you know, in large numbers participate in these things. So I think we wouldn't know what good that would do, because we don't go to those. We don't when there's a zoning for a certain neighborhood and they're talking about putting different things in it, we're not there. So when these new liquor stores pop up, we wouldn't know. We're like, oh, they done put another liquor store here, but we don't know that, last year they had a zoning meeting with people from the public, from the community, who came to accept it or say yay or nay. Like, so that's what I mean when it comes to local politics.
But yeah, well, let me read. Miss Harris just said, she said, Blue Devil, thank you. There is a group of Black women that I work with. We're now venturing into Black rights, and that's good, Miss Harris. Thank you for sharing that as well. That is really, that's what Black people, men and women, need to do. And me and my husband, we actually do concentrate on that a lot as well. And we want to make sure that Black children, Black men, Black women understand where you come from, why the importance of your skin color. It's not just because making your skin color to be I'm Black and I'm proud. No, you want to make sure your skin color stands out to where I got this up here. I got the knowledge to make things happen. I got the knowledge to make my community grow. Not just because of your skin color, because of the point that you know how to use that skin color to make it to where we don't look like we're trash, but we look like we are treasures instead of trash. That's what we push at as far as us. You're not trash. We're treasures. People try to find us. They try to be like us. They want to find so much in us. They want to be like us. But that's just the thing. We're not realizing how valuable that we are as a Black community, because there are so many out there that's trying to get what we got. They couldn't come up with anything on their own. They tried to get what we got. Hip hop, all that stuff. To where you're like, wait a minute. So let me think. Oh, let's get into hip hop. Let's do this. But it's been now, which I didn't even know it was the same age as me. But it's been 50 years of hip hop, and now everybody all of a sudden, hip hop was invented by, what boy say, Latinos.
Oh, Fat Joe said that.
Shout out to Fat Joe. I like his music, but bro, y'all didn't start that. No, y'all didn't start that, bro. I'm sorry, Miss Harris. Come on, they didn't start it. Miss Harris say Black people were together more before civil rights, and that's true. That is true. I'm gonna read what Miss Harris got. I'm gonna get back into it. And then it becomes everyone to themselves, and that's true too, as well, Miss Harris. For themselves, we can only pray, and that's true. We can't. But when they start to actually, this was aggravating me with Black people, because we're the only race that are so open armed to every freaking body. Oh yeah, y'all help us invent hip hop. Come on in. Everything that we come up as far as Black people, our culture, whatever that we take in, we open arms to every other race, but they don't do that to us. They don't do that to us.
I'm in a lot of these like battle rap communities on YouTube where based thing, and there's a blogger who blogs about battle rap. Battle rap. This is our culture. Battle rap is Black people. This is our culture. And there's a guy, I won't say his name, but he's a white guy. He looks like DJ Vlad, basically. He comes in and all he does is trash talk the #1 battle rap league in the 50 states, which is Black owned. It's called URL. But he gets support. Like, all he does is try to, look, their views are fake, and look, they did this, and their last event is trash, and this is why, and he gets support from his fan base is basically all Black people who are rocking with this. And I'm looking at it I would never listen to what a person who looked like DJ Vlad got to say about this culture.
I know.
I can't accept it. I unsubscribe. I block. None of his stuff comes across my. Same with DJ Vlad. None of his stuff comes across. DJ Vlad's so big. If you don't block, you're going to get it regardless. It don't matter if you unsubscribe. DJ Vlad is going to come through on your timeline.
Yeah, I had blocked him, and every time his stuff would come up, I removed it, and he still is coming up. And
that's
couple of years ago, and he still comes up.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. You get recommended, you hit do not recommend this channel, and 2 weeks later, here go another Vlad.
Yeah.
So YJ, I gotta because I've been wanting to ask you this, but it kept slipping my mind every time you come through. But since you brought up the battle rappers, so do you know Danny Myers?
Oh yeah, Danny Myers is a beast.
Yeah.
We know Danny Myers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man.
We know Danny Myers. He's good. He is really, really good. That's the bar god.
Oh God.
I wanted to ask you when you said that time that when you was on there with Boss, I think it was. You said you love battle rap. I know Boss don't like battle rappers, but
Yeah.
I know
Danny Myers. He's a very thing about it, he's very down to earth. Like he goes live and talk with the people and all of that. He's very much for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
He came up. The way he came up in battle rap. That's the way that it should be done. He didn't do any weirdo type stuff to get famous. He just came up from the mud, battle rapping, and now he where he at. So I fuck with Danny Myers. Sure.
We know him and his family, his wife and his kids. We know them, so they're pretty good friends of ours. They're pretty nice. And when I saw him, when I know he had got into, he's been doing the battle rapping, but we didn't know until I didn't found out, and I was like, oh, he's a battle rapper. Okay, and then we seen the shows and stuff like that, and then we was talking to him, and he was talking about how he do the battle rap and all that stuff, and I was like, Daddy's down to earth. He's true. He's a family man. He's a husband. And he is really, really down to earth. And that's what I like to see as far as anybody that's in the industry, in any type of industry. Be down to earth with your people.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't just become big and everybody know you and you this big person, whatever. And it's like, you? I don't know you. Where I know you from? I can't remember you. Where I remember you from? Yeah, and know you grew up with the dude right next door to your house.
Yeah.
That's the type that I don't like dealing with, and I don't like supporting them. But Ms. Harris said whatever was invented, we did it, they stole it. That's the truth.
Yeah.
We did it, and they stole it. And just like you were saying, oh boy, was how you want to talk about battle rapping. Like, bro, you didn't build that. Black people build that. They started that. Black people started hip hop. Black people started the rap. Black people started R&B. And y'all just want to swoop in there and get y'all money on it. Claim it for yourself. And that's what I don't like, especially when we don't stand up and say, hey, this was our shit. Where you coming from, bro? This is ours. So go ahead. We don't need you. Don't act like we need you to build something that we already built. Y'all just waited till y'all stood back, like with the people that watch the other people work hard. Stand back and watch them work hard. And then when the big boss come, oh yeah, so I suggested this. that was me. I suggested that, and you taking all the credit for something that you ain't put your hard working hands into. That's what I don't like about our Black people. When you don't stand up for stuff that that you was the one that actually started. Like that's like me coming over and taking your music. They hear your voice, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I wrote this shit though. But I wrote it. I wrote that. So that's what I'm talking about as far as our people concerned. We gotta learn how to just stand up and say, yeah, we did this, you ain't finna steal it. That's just point blank period.
Yeah.
That's right.
You there?
Yeah, and even with that, it kind of goes back to even, being taught what it is and, how to move type of thing. And what I will say, though, is that, the whole, when it comes to the white man is the devil, I don't want to go off into that, but what I will say is they not all like that.
Yeah, that's true.
When it comes to racism, no, they not all racist. So
not all of them are racist. Not all of them are the devil. It's just the fact that they have a certain position in this country where they do have the upper hand on us, and it wasn't totally earned. It was, it it wasn't their hard work that got them there. It was our hard work. So that's the reason why it's like, yeah, they're put on that.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say a pedestal, but they're put on that, you know, they have that. They're gonna have to just take that baton and just say, yeah, you got the baton. We're not saying all of y'all are that way, but because to show people that is in that position, then yeah. But no, I understand what you mean. Not all of them are like that, no. But
And another another thing I like to see, with I guess with black people, I like to ask. I like to play a game called Reverse the Narrative. Like
yeah,
when it comes to who's in power, hypothetically, if black people were in power, uh, would be would we be, you know, all for reparations for white people if we enslaved them? Like, would we be for uh, the transference of wealth and things? There's certain things that some black people want and things. Would we be for that if the shoe were on the other foot?
and I believe we would, because at one time, you know, when you go through history and you look at the Moors were running Spain, and they ran different European sectors, I'll put it that way. And they didn't do them like that. They ran it, but they weren't getting hung, they weren't getting put into slavery. They were actually being taught, like they brought medicine to them, they taught them how to sanitize, and that wasn't done to us when we were conquered. So I believe if it was the shoe was on the other foot, I believe black people would say, yeah, this is owed to them. I don't even think they would get to the point that they would have to ask for it. I think black people would just say, just how our hearts are. And I'm not trying to be like on a race superiority type of mindset. It's just the way we are as people. We don't really need. I don't think they would have had to fight and ask for reparations. We would already gave it to them, just because I think how we're so spiritually connected. We would have just said, man, it's the right thing to do, man. Just give them something for what we did to them.
All right.
You know, I believe that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. No one can really say, I don't think, but I do understand what you're saying when it comes to the Moors.
Yeah.
I have done a little bit. I won't say a lot, but I do definitely know who the Moors were and what they brought to different civilizations and things. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough because to a certain extent, it's almost like, I think white people look at it maybe like the white people in power look at it as relinquishing power if they bend or fold on some of these things. Like,
yeah,
when it comes to fighting for these things, they feel like, I guess they fought for it and they're not gonna relinquish it. And the thing about it, man, even when we go back to ancient times, the civilizations, there's no great civilization that's ever came about that hasn't had to be involved in loss of life.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's kind of like a byproduct of becoming a power is loss of life. It just has to happen. You can go to the Bible, like the Bible is filled with war.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in war. It's just loss of life happens. So I kind of look at it like that, like they did what they felt they had to do. And I'm not excusing slavery, don't that, because I could already see where you could go with that. I kind of just look at both sides of the coin when it comes to becoming a power and what it takes to get a certain amount of power.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go along with that too as well. Miss Harris said white people are instrumental in slaves making it to freedom. So no, they all are not that way. That's true. Not all of them are that way. And I agree with her on that one. She said, who invented one of the biggest liquor stores? Jack Daniels. Who invented it?
I think she said that.
Black
You
man.
know I'm drinking on that Jack right now.
You
so I
drinking
think,
that Jack?
Yeah. Yeah, no, black man made a black Jack Daniels.
What she said, Ernest Green. It's like Rudy. What's going on, Rudy? How you doing, Rudy? Rudy coming through. Nice to see you, Rudy, as always. Thank you for coming through. Look at Miss Harris. You drinking that Jack? What you drinking with Jack? Just Jack straight?
I don't drink it with no ice. I drink it out the freezer. They just
Ooh,
come out the freezer and they go in the cup. That's all.
ooh. See, I can't mess with that hard stuff. I said it before, because if I do,
not original Jack. I drink the gentleman's Jack. So
Jack is Jack.
Oh, gentlemen, yeah, that's the good stuff.
That's the hard liquor.
it's
Period.
a little smoother, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard liquor. I gotta stay to the little smaller candy stuff, man, for me not to be a bitch. Cause I'm gonna be a bitch if I get any kind of hard liquor. I'm gonna be a bitch. I can't mess with it. So I stay smooth and I stay with my red wine and this stuff right here. That's what makes me. Ms. Harris said my black people are so intelligent and creative. Some just don't know their worth. And that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So why do we not know what we are worth? Is it because we're scared? Because of where we came from? Or is it because we just don't want others of ours to know about it because we know how we are? What you think about that one?
We were in history. I mean, you can go back to they talk about critical race theory and education of kids in public school. Like we're taught once a month for 12 years what we were. So maybe that may have some, we know exactly what, as a kid, it's hard to decipher certain things. So you might internalize it to a certain way, like to almost look like you're less than. I don't know. But that's a hard question. That's a hard question.
So that's a hard question that you just, there's no way there's no possible way for you to try to answer because it's going to be some fucked up answer, period.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just the things that I guess black people have been through. It's like it's a little hard, I guess, too, for us as a whole to not think that.
Okay, but is it because of the fact of what we've been through and us to be angry at each other? And I think mostly because we're angry at each other because we don't stand up for our race like we should. So we get angry at each other easily than what we do more of trying to help each other. Because if from what people make us look like, they want to continue to look that way for others to actually be scared. Well, look, guess what I'm gonna do to my own. So if I do this to my own, just imagine what I do to you.
Well, and what we do to our own, I just think is a byproduct of us, the environments we in. Like we talk about, you could go to robberies, like black on black robberies. Like, yeah, you gonna rob the person that's next to you. You're not gonna drive 40 minutes across town and go, even though I think, hell, shit, if you're gonna do it, don't do it to us. But I mean, you right here. We all in this whole little bubble here. I mean, it's just a byproduct of us being in these socially engineered neighborhoods where you can look to Chicago and how segregated Chicago is to this day. Is very segregated.
Yeah,
Of course, there's a percentage of the population, white, black, green, brown,
Mm.
where there's a corrupt percentage of people in every race. Just people, humans in general, there's a corrupt percentage. But if you in this neighborhood that's built up how it is, it's just that's what's just gonna happen. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been preached on for decades to say something's got to be done. We've been had self-destruction. That song has came out to try to get us together. It's been so many songs that they have put together, black people, rappers, hip hoppers, whatever, to try to unite us for decades and decades, and it's just not working. It's just, to me, I feel like it's getting worse when you just killing somebody just because of a song they put out about you, not because they touched you, but it's because of a song they said about you. So it's just, to me, it's just ridiculous. Like Miss Harris, she said, I didn't learn enough about Black history as a kid, which is true. Mine didn't. I'm gonna tell you on mine on that one. Got sent to the office for asking, didn't we do more than the slaves? Oh my God, D Love is in the house. What's going on, my beautiful sister D Love in the house? How you doing, sister? Thank you for coming in as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I'm gonna tell you. Oh, that's my hubby right here, D Love. He say, "What's up? What's up?" You know my equal half over here. Let me tell you this one, YJ. I went to a predominantly black school when I graduated. When I first got into school, it was white schools. My dad had us in private schools. When my mom and dad actually separated to divorce when I was 15 years old, I went to a predominantly black school to graduate from high school. The whole entire school was like over 200 students, and we had only two white kids in that whole entire school. Now, I love the school. The school was good, but as far as the staffing concerned, there was more white staffing than there was black in that school. We had a white teacher to teach us Black history.
Wow.
You see me? If I don't know, if you see me looking in the camera.
Yeah.
We had a white teacher to teach us Black history. She was our history teacher, and we used to make her cry all the time because she loved cows. She has those look, what them damn cows was, porcelain cows on her desk. So we used to take her cows and break them, hide them from her or whatever. We used to make her cry. But her name was Miss Maddox. And Miss Maddox was the whitest of the white teacher teaching us Black history. She did not know nothing about it. It was all pulled. I don't know if you know that movie Glory.
Glory.
Yeah, it's I know you're younger, but it's with Denzel Washington in it. They was in there doing the what was it, the Yankees time of the war?
Oh, it's a sports movie.
A what?
Sports movie?
No. This was a war movie. It's called Glory. If you can get a time to Google it, look it up and watch it if you can, because it's a real educated movie as far as Black people. A white person shouldn't have been the one showing it to us, is what I'm trying to say. But it was during the slavery time as well, where they put the Black people on the front line to get killed first, as the Yankees and all of them stood behind them, to where their lives were saved, but the Black people had to be put on the front line going in the wars.
Right.
She showed us that movie. When she showed us that movie, of course, that made us even more mad. Because we like, why are you the white woman showing us that the white people in the back putting the Black people in the front to get killed? And she had the nerve to tell us that's how that's what they did to save her forefathers. And we was like, yeah, we about to get your ass really good for you to even tell us something like that.
Right.
But what I'm really reflecting on is that the fact that we don't understand that like Ms. Harris was saying about not being taught about our history. Our children now still are not being taught about our history unless we teach it to them ourselves, because they still trying to push white people, as we've seen on TV here in California, not only white people, Mexican people, to teach our history to our to our students, to the Black children. What do you know about Black history?
Well, I when it comes to that, I do think there are some white people that would be, okay to tell Black history, because it's not a skin color, it's a matter of fact type of thing. But in that case, yeah, that's you got, it's a certain way, and at the same time, there's a curriculum to follow and all of that. So
See, D Love say she remember that movie because yeah, she in our time. Thank you. No, you know why I'm reflecting back to this same little girl, the one I was talking about, the just pearly chick. How she would make like that teacher was making those little comments to us. How she made that comment to say, "What do y'all complain about? Slavery wasn't that bad." You could not be a teacher to my children about my Black history and then also stand up there and tell them, "What do you come? What? Don't cry. It
yeah,
wasn't that bad for y'all."
right.
Well,
That's
here's
great.
where that's getting ready to. She's saying that now, right? But when you have someone younger, where they don't like, because you said it, you said you don't want kids to learn to know about slavery in school. You want
Yeah.
them to know about other things. Well, when she says stuff like that, that's when our children will be like, oh, well, slavery really wasn't that bad because we don't even know about it in school. This lady right here that has all these million subscribers, she said it wasn't that bad. So what was slavery? No, that needs to be taught in school.
But not by
Right.
them. That's what I'm
Well,
saying. Not by
well,
them or any other race. If it's going to be taught, you teach it. YJ teach it. Miss
yeah,
Harris teach it. I teach it. Not them because they going to throw their little subliminal things in there, they little comments or whatever. Oh, but see, it wasn't that bad for you.
yeah,
Yeah, they did this, they did that, but it wasn't really that bad.
They gotta have some integrity, and that the thing
Thank
is,
you.
when you some of these teachers, what they getting paid is just ridiculous. So
yeah,
with that, and then we know the taxes from the community or from the county, they go towards the public schooling. So if the taxes don't, you know, the schools with the better tax numbers is gonna get the better education
Yeah, that's
in the
true.
long run. So
yeah.
it's a big old cycle, man. That's it. Just it's messed up. And I went to let's say from ninth through 12th grade, I was in a predominantly Mexican and white was the majority.
Mm.
Because I'm in Texas, so shit, Mexicans run this shit, but
They do it here.
Yeah.
so we learned about things. I think when it comes to the education aspect, the balance has to be there. You definitely can't not teach slavery because that's what happened.
Yeah.
But along with that, there has to be other things taught with that. It can't just be Black
Thank
history
you.
gonna pop up, and this is the only time we talk about this stuff. And this is the only time you hear about, different Black inventors and things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's what I was talking about. You're right. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. Oh no, it's just she's right. You need to know about all the aspects, but you won't really learn. Like when I was in school, of course, I didn't learn about the in depth of Black history that I know. Just to be totally honest, when I left the house and I was up there in Stockton, Sacramento, I ended up hooking up with the nation, and that's when I ended up learning all about a
Right,
lot about my Black history, and it's still with me today.
right,
So you don't really learn that. I'm a big proponent of you don't have to join the religion. Just send your kids to the NOI to learn about their history because they'll teach them, and
right,
that's where you're gonna get it. You're not gonna get it in school, but
right. And even when it comes to that, like, and all through my high school, I didn't know who the Moors were until I left high school.
exactly same
I
here.
didn't know, different things about history until, honestly, I'm gonna put it out there, shit, YouTube.
Mm.
Oh,
Until
really?
I got on YouTube and
Yeah.
actually kind of started, because I come from originally the conscious community, and
Yeah.
once I started, getting at that and hearing different brothers debate from the Hebrew Israelites debating you know, to debating these different people, and that's where you know, I started looking into things they were saying, because
Yeah.
you know, from the NOI to the Hebrew Israelites, to the Moorish Science Temple, they
Yeah.
all have a kind of a different doctrine when it comes to how you should live and all of that. But when it comes down to it, a lot of them, the history, it all kind of lines up, you
Yeah.
know. Um, so that's why in a lot of these different, you know, organizations and things like that, I may not agree with certain things, but I do salute all of them because they're trying. Like
That's it.
they're not, they're being proactive when it
Right.
comes to putting how they feel out there. Uh, you know, so I definitely respect, you know, from Farrakhan
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
to these people like Farrakhan. They got there's a few different YouTubers out there that are kind of big that, you know, I respect what they're doing, though I may not agree with everything. Uh, I respect what they're doing because
Mm.
there is a place for it, you know.
Oh yeah, it is. I want to read the latest comments for a moment. Ms. D Love say, "Yep, it's up to us to teach our children because school offers nothing, and that's the truth too on them." Ms. Harris say, "I had to read and learn on my own." Lord Jesus, go ahead, Ms. Harris. Good, good, sister, good. I said though, it's edited, and I'm gonna tell you a story about that one too as well. Miss D Love say we had a white man who taught us his wife was black teaching our history in high school, and a white lady who taught what
Swahili.
Swahili.
Swahili. They crazy.
Hell no. That's all.
She
Throw the
had,
whole
she had,
school away.
I know, huh? She had black kids. Oh, love it. I'm gonna tell you, our little cousin that we have here, she's a black little girl, and I had to move her from one school to the other. The one school she was in, she had a white teacher, and the white teacher was, I knew this child, from her family or whatever. I know she didn't know her school like she should know it. Let me put it that way. She didn't know her timetable. She didn't know how to read. She didn't know how to pronounce. She didn't know how to spell the state she in. She didn't know nothing. I'm gonna be honest. She lived in Texas. Sorry, she lived in Texas before she came here. Texas,
Right.
Texas completely messed over her completely as far as education. They kept passing her, and she didn't know nothing. So I caught on to it as she was here. So the white teacher that she had, and I'm telling this teacher, hey, she need resource classes. She need to get on the level. She need those classes to get her back on that level. She's not on the right level. Oh, she's fine. She's so sweet. She's so nice. But you ain't telling me she know her education. She's good. She's the sweetest one in the classroom. She's sweetness ain't finna get her through life. Why are you holding her down? So she kept giving her good grades. So the principal wouldn't put her in the resource classes so she can get on the level where she needs to be. So
Right.
she kept giving her those good grades, even though she knew she didn't deserve them. So what
Yeah.
happened? I got frustrated. I moved her to the other school that was nearby us, which is I knew was going to put her on the right track, but just so happened from the grace of the high one above, put her put up in this school over here, and now she's with a black teacher. So she
Mm,
with a black teacher over there, and guess what? The black teacher said, "Oh no!" Now she's in the fourth grade. Guess what level the black teacher said she on? First grade.
mm. Yeah.
All her subjects, she was on a first grade and second grade level instead of being on a fourth grade. The white lady giving her the stuff now so she can't grow. Black lady said, I ain't playing that over here. She gonna
Right.
be where I say she is, which where she is,
Man.
so she can grow where she is. And guess what she's doing now? She's growing to get on that level because she had a black woman to say, no, I'm not gonna just pass her to pass her.
And see, that's something that's going on nationwide. I can say
Yep.
that when I moved to Texas in the ninth grade, I went 2 years until I got to 11th grade. When I got to the 11th grade, they said my math level was on a ninth grade scale, and they made me take a test, and actually I was in a special education from 11 to 12. And what I noticed about these special education classes, where there's all minorities basically in these classes, and a couple people with helmets on and wheelchairs and all. But what I noticed was once they label you that, you now don't have to take exiting tests.
Right.
They waive you. Like when I graduated, I didn't have to take a tax test, and the tax test basically is the last test that you take in the 12th grade.
The exit test is what they call.
Right. So yeah, they want to push you through, just get you out, and then that goes because I was in like I told you, it's mostly white and Mexican. They tried to. Well, what they basically did was, I graduated, didn't have to take the tax test. So after that, I'm trying to let me try to get in community college. And I was doing like 10th, 11th grade math in community college because I never had to pass anything to go to the next grade because I was labeled such and such in high school. So it's a big old, and from there it's like I just gave up on college because the money and the time that was spent. I mean, I was like, you know what? I gotta work. I need some money. I tried to do the part-time schooling and all that and it just at the end of the day, I'm like, look, so fast forward to now. I wish I would have just went straight into a field, straight into HVAC. What I'm doing now, HVAC, plumbing, electrical work. Like these are the things. When I talk to young black brothers, I'm like, look, this schooling and all of this stuff, if you're not at a certain point, at a certain time, these things can be a saving grace. It comes to us because one thing about it, people run their AC 8 out of 12 months in Texas. So and that's where I got into it earlier.
What part of Texas you in?
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. Okay. Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
All right. So D-Lo said, Miss Harris says, I did also have I used to be in the back hallways and stairways reading because I had to in the school building. Yeah, because some of the people, if they seen you act, even in times I was going to school, if they seen you reading a book, being black, you need to get to class. You need to get to class. Put that up. And then they take the book. Oh, what you taking my book for? But you want me to get to class and go to the white woman that can't teach history, black history at that. They used to do that to me as well. Ms. Harris said black children will believe they can't do anything if they see who their ancestors were and what they've done. That's true too as well. That is true as well. I am the one who told my husband I just don't want the children now to know about slavery, and I'm gonna tell you why. Don't put your foot on my neck. I'm just saying. I need to, for me, I feel like children nowadays, these days, because of the fact we are being done wrong now, and they are being done wrong as well in school. When we had a kid tell us, the little white boy told him they was all in the circle, and the little white boy asked him, say, hey, so what's your favorite food? Went to the Mexican boy, he said Mexican food. He went to a little white boy, I think he said something like pasta or something. He got to the little black boy that was in our house, and he said, what's your favorite food? He said, oh, chicken and watermelon. He said, oh, you would like that, huh? Because of your skin color. You being taught this mess. So the children are being taught this angry racist stuff from their parents. So I say for them not to learn about it, they need to learn about racism now, what they can do. But as far as teach them what they can do, what you doing. Like what my husband doing, things that they can do now that can actually get them somewhere in life, to always be thinking in the back of their head, oh, he's making fun of me, so I know all I'm worth doing now is going out here raking your yard or begging you for some money to help me with my food and my family, something like that. Make them feel imperial so much. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel so great of themselves. Not, I mean, yeah, slavery was a bad thing. Nothing we can do about that. But for me, I just feel like the children need to know, look, I'm not even going to use Obama because I'm gonna be honest, I was not an Obama fan. I just was not. Sorry. I'm gonna use things like the what's the lady name the black lady that became the first astronaut in space? I forgot her name. Using those, we using people that actually made a difference.
Oh, yeah.
A difference in our children's lives to say, yeah, came from this poor, like Judge Mathis. He came from a poor, drug infested, getting in trouble and all that stuff. But guess what he is now? He's a judge. So
And see, I don't see nothing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think it's a certain point. It's kind of like you know, kids go through puberty and all that. Like, it's a certain point where I do think it is necessary to go back and be like, okay, this is what it really is. Like, of course, as a kid, you know, Santa Claus, okay, such and such. But at a certain age, and I ain't got kids, so I can't say, but I would think at a certain age, if it wasn't said to them at a certain age, then later on, 16, 17, then you go back and touch base with certain, whenever the brain is developed enough to
Right.
To handle these type of topics.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like for instance, like some people that followed my wife before know that I had my name had a certain year on there. I mean, it was 1804, and that was basically I did that for a code for that's to teach you history. Like, okay, why is he calling himself L.A. 1804? Right. What is 1804? Google it.
I know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's a depth of history that you will not learn in school, but get into it and learn about it. And it's like, okay. Now I see why he putting his name. Okay. And I have another date on there. Google that. And then when you do, they go, oh, okay. And yeah, I was a part of that. But it's not just, you're right. It's not just to talk about slavery and yeah, we were just slaves. It's like, hey, there was a time that we did certain things, and we have different parts of our history that you know we should also know about, and that what that does is it gives you strength. You know, to me, that's what it does, because there's a reason why you go down south. You're in the South. You go down south. There's schools named Robert E. Lee. Mm-hmm. You see his statues all over the place. You see, what's his name? Houston.
Henry. There's one name Henry, I think. Something Henry. I know what you're talking about, though. They just took
Sam Houston. Sam Houston. Yeah. You see his statues all over. And it's like there's a reason for that. And it's for them to get that strength, because they'll know, hey, this is my history. This is where I come from. This is my people. And it's like, don't get that twisted. They got that out there for a reason. And it gives their kids strength, and it gives them the power. It gives them the wanting to learn, the wanting to.
About Robert E. Lee?
Yeah, that's why they're so powerful. That's why
they actually.
That's why they're so powerful.
A couple of years ago, there was a Robert E. Lee statue that they actually took down.
Yeah.
They
Carolina.
Put it in a. What's that? They had one here that they took and put it in a museum. But yeah, as far as destroying them, maybe just don't destroy them, but put them in some presidential museum or something, like
for them.
Well, they're not going to destroy them, because that's the history. That's how they get their strength.
But that's what I'm saying. That's their history. Yeah. So you talking about like the museum Tyreek got in LA down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so stuff like that we need museums like that for us that we can have. But guess what? Guess how they would get vandalized so quickly? You know, they would come there and vandalize it and tear it up. They did it to what's his name? Not saying he's a monumental statue should have been up, but what's his name? Floyd Mayweather. Not Mayweather. What's the dude's name?
George Floyd.
Yeah, George Floyd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did that, but nah, they ain't about to mess with the
Martin Luther King's
hidden
too.
museum in L.A. They ain't messing with that. It's
they
protected.
just put a statue up. Did you see the arms? The Martin Luther
Oh,
King.
Martin Luther King. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just put the
Like
arms of him hugging
everybody
his
had
wife.
something. Yeah, and the thing was, I just wish they would have put the heads on it. I don't.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know.
understand why they did that, but
Because they don't want to. They don't want to monument a black man.
yeah,
That's what they don't want to make that a big deal. They don't want to say, "Oh, we need to be proud of this." They
I,
gonna sit down. Who them arms belong to?
I
yeah,
thought that was a little weird
Yeah.
because
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, and I had mixed feelings about it because it's like, okay, cool. It's just the head wasn't on it. It reminded me of like the
Oh, that.
Egyptians had to cut all the noses off. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, it was very, very weird. I'm gonna read some more of these ladies' comments. Miss Harris say my teacher used to call me Angela Davis in high school. Okay, I didn't even know who she was because they didn't teach anything about it. And that's true. When you calling it, but this is a white lady calling a black female this in school, and she had no idea because guess what? Y'all didn't want her to learn about her.
Yeah.
D-Love say Miss Harris. It's bad enough they are teaching it, but to remind us they have black wife or had kids with a black dude, and that's true too as well. That is very
Yeah.
true too. D Love's shaking her head and saying, Miss Harris, that's extremely disrespectful, which is true. Very, very disrespectful. You gonna call another? That's like okay, I'm wait. Let me finish reading what they got on here, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Ms. Harris said, "I guess she stood up for the racial equality, and I was big on that in class. I was what she said. I was a
Militant.
militant.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you go.
there you go, Ms. Harris. The love she said, the lady love bid. Did what she say? Did you? Well, did you or bid? You wouldn't have pulled her out that school.
Bet.
I bet you wouldn't have pulled her out that school. They would have kept. They would have tried to keep her at the level. Yes, they would have. She talking
Yeah.
about our
Yeah.
cousin. Yeah, that's true. If I wouldn't have pulled out, she tried her best by giving her those fake grades to keep her down so she wouldn't excel. And no, I'm not the one for like you were saying, YJ about what classes was those again?
the special
Uh,
ed.
yeah, I'm not for the
Yeah.
special ed. I wanted her. The resource classes they had was actually being done by a black woman over there, and the black woman helped two other kids we had to get on the. It helped to get them up on the level fast enough before the end of the school year. So those classes are different. They just teach them from what level they testing them on that they on, and to help them to get up on the level where they need to be before the end of the school year so they can't actually pass and be on the same level as the other kids when they do pass to the next level. That's how that one worked. But she was determined to keep her down. She did not want her to be on that level. She wanted her to be the poor black girl, the dumb poor black girl, basically. And that's what was making me upset that she wouldn't help her out when I was just asking her just help her out. But it took the black woman, like I said, this other school with a teacher herself that's helping her. Now she's getting up on. She, in fact, she's getting an award Friday for going up on her reading level. She's never had one before, so
But
now
see,
she don't even know.
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. You know, yeah, and I'll be thinking, and the thing is, with all of these school districts, public school districts and
She's on my
whatnot,
wall.
you said what?
She
he
put
can't hear.
Mrs. Harris
Oh,
chat
Fred,
up, and that's who I got on my wall in my man
yeah,
cave.
Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
You got everybody in your man cave.
No, it's Fred Hampton,
I
Malcolm
know what I'm
X,
saying.
and
You got everybody
Shahzad
in there.
Ali.
You got niggas with attitudes up there.
Hey, with Fred,
Gotta
Hampton, you know who Fred Hampton remind me of when he speak? He remind me of Eddie Murphy. I ain't gonna lie.
he does kind of sound like, yeah. He
We're gonna
does.
have to talk this. we're gonna have to start getting some organization and some responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, whatever he would talk, it just, but it's
Yeah.
powerful though, man. And,
Yeah,
and
it was
the whole
powerful to be as young as he was, man.
the Black Panther Party as a whole, it was great. And the thing that when you see that and you look at nowadays, you think, why isn't there something like that now? Because they had from breakfast in the morning to, they would be out there doing exercise,
Yeah.
different things like that. You think of why it's nothing like that, and this kind of goes back to the unity I was talking about.
Right.
Y'all was talking about.
Well, it was like I was saying before, earlier on our show, that black men have $1 billion of ideas in our mind. We just don't know how to execute them. And that's for instance, yeah, they still doing it. Like as far as what Fred Hampton was doing with the whole. Now they got it. What's it called now? The WIC program.
Mhm.
But the
Right, black
government,
people
the
made
white
it,
folks
though.
took that, and then it's like, yeah, it's called WIC program. It's like, no, Fred Hampton made that, and that's what he did. You know, it was like that was his idea. Y'all just took
But
it.
they took it to make it more for them than us.
Yeah,
That's why, because whether they want to believe it or not, yeah, more other races are on welfare, WIC, and all, and food stamps than black people.
yeah,
So they had to take for themselves, but they had to make it look a little uppity for them.
Yeah.
Basically, for us, it would still be like, oh, you on welfare and they pay for this. You ain't no good. You poor. But for the others that be in the store more than me, that I see, I mean, being in the store, they in there with the doggone WIC. I'm standing there like, for real, can you hurry up, please? They ain't black. They're not black. So yeah, they like like Miss Harris say, shout out to Miss Harris. She say, we vent it, they take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Say why, and she said there is groups out. D Love say there is groups out there like that. The Panthers doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are. I'm reading some more. D Love say, I tell my children that racism is taught, and it's what is that? Demonic. Very demonic. Yes, it is, because hate is demonic. I reach them to. I teach them to love themselves, and that's true too. There's so much demonic stuff out there. It ain't even funny. She say it's all about fun and wrecking self-confidence in our children. Wrecking, maybe need some teaching self-confidence in the children. Yeah, that's him with NWA. What? This D-Love say, YJ, there is groups. You read that one already. Saying the Panthers and all that stuff like that. Yeah. He said, thank you, Lady Love. I remind people all the time the WIC program came from them. That's right. That's right. They took everything from us and just made it uppity for themselves. That's all. I was just like, when I was telling my husband, go ahead.
I guess I don't know. Just from my perspective, it looks like, or maybe it's just because what is getting showed to me and it doesn't get showed to me. The reason why I don't, I guess, see it on a monthly, weekly basis type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just my perspective. It looked like kind of like these groups, and even when you look at the black leaders of today, we got the Grandmaster Jays, we got these different leaders, and some of them are kind of mainly like the Tariq Nasheed types out there. But what it's like the figures, the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther King, we don't have those figures of today. I will say we got Farrakhan, but it seems to a certain extent that because we've been given certain freedoms and we have a certain level of freedom now, that it's not as important to have these speakers and these organizations that are popular. Like when it comes to how big they are, to their reach, and to what they're doing publicly, maybe because we, to a certain extent, have a certain level of freedom, it's not as important for us to look to these leaders. Because back then it was like Million Man March this and you know, we buses full of black folks and things like this, but the climate was different back then, and the climate is not, since the climate is not that nowadays, maybe that could be one of the reasons of why the unity isn't as it was back then, which I think Miss Harris said back then such and such was more, there was more unity back then. Maybe one of the reasons why it's not like that is because we've been given the kibbles and bits. We've been given a certain level of freedom that has pacified us to a certain extent. It's like they put a pacifier in our mouth to keep us from wanting that unity because we feel like we're already to a certain extent at their level or just under them, or if the gap is not that much. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I do. It's like how long can you actually? That's like having a raising your child, and your child is grown. You giving them all the essentials that they need to actually branch out, but they still living with you. So yeah, I can agree with you that we've been given so much in life from even from me being birthed in 73, it's 1973, and been given and given and what we seen on TV and fight the power and all this stuff, and yet we still not even there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you on that one as well. You're right. How long can we be pacified before you actually realize, yeah, this what you're supposed to be doing, ninjas? This we don't
Right.
need to be holding your hand. How long we gonna hold your hand before you just get it? I get it. Okay. Because yeah, we're not in that situation no more to where we having the white section, black section,
Right. Right. We're
black
not
and white.
there. We're
Yeah.
not at that point. So the outrage isn't as much, I think, or that motivation to be a part of these groups that D Love is talking about. You know, we got Oprah. You know, we got
Right.
Tyler Perry. Like, you know, there was no Tyler Perry back then, but since we got these people, we had an Obama. We had, these are all things that I think kind of pacified black people to a certain extent. To now, well, we see that, so we're not in the same place we were. So there's
Mhm.
no reason for outrage. Maybe that's, you know, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, you're right. You just opened my eyes just that quick on that one. Seriously. I had it in the back of my head, seriously, but to hear it is totally different. So yeah, the way you said is true. It's like people made songs, people have you've seen great people die. You've seen those people put their lives on the line to get us where we need to be, and yet and still, yeah, we just don't get it. We still sleeping. We just don't get it. So I think it's voluntarily that they actually keeping their eyes closed to this world the way it is. They decided not to because to say that we're being forced to do it, that's not even true. You're right. We've been bought out from all that stuff now. We're not forced to say, look the other way when you see a brother getting beat up over there by a white man. That all that stuff has been changed now. So for you to be now to be like, oh, I just don't know. I just don't. That's voluntarily. That's voluntarily. You close your eyes to the world of what's actually going on instead of taking it face on, eyes wide open, pit wide open, and say, "Hey, this I know what's going on. This is what I need to do. This is the changes that need to be made. This is how I need to raise my children. This is how I need to grow." We just decided, okay, guess what? I've been raised in the ghetto. My cousin was raised in the ghetto. My mom was raised in the ghetto. My great grandma was raised in the ghetto. That's life for me. Get where I'm going. See what I'm packing? Take it with me. Take it with you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm probably finna go ahead and jump down off here, man. It's good talking with y'all.
Oh, it
Miss
was
Yeah,
wonderful.
it was nice
Harris.
chopping it up.
Thank you, thank you,
Oh
thank you. We
yeah.
appreciate you coming up, though, man. We about to go ahead and read the rest of these and get off here. Cause yeah, we got to go to we late actually getting over here. You done came up here now,
Oh,
YJ. Have us late, but it's all good, bro. Always a
Oh,
pleasure talking to you.
definitely.
oh yeah. All right then.
All right,
All
brother.
right.
So, ladies and gents that's left out here in the clouds and on the set or whatever, we're gonna go ahead and read what y'all got. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here because we are kind of running late. But D Love has said there's a work before There is work being done every day. They just don't want the people to see. They want to believe none of us together, and that's the truth. Let me see. You said exactly. Lady love great analogy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I try to be smart. See, people think I ain't that smart. This I say yes, there are pockets of people, and maybe that's how it should start off, so they don't focus on the agenda and kill it before it started. That's true too. I like that, Miss Harris.
Yeah.
See, she got the best last name, Harris. Dila said, I don't she don't hung up on a messenger or follow any human. I support and work with my people. There you go, D Love. There you go, love. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Smart lady, smart lady. She's my beautiful sister. That's why she's so smart too as well. Y'all, all the comments though that y'all had in here, and my brother YJ coming up on this panel, we appreciate y'all so much. We really, really do. Thank y'all for making my hubby's first sit down with his wife pretty good. Appreciate y'all so much. And like I said, maybe next time we can get some more people up in here with more to talk about, because we want this to be more educational now, since we need to start educating ourselves and our children the way we should, because nobody else is going to do it. We're going to have to do it ourselves these days. And yeah, it's a good thing to actually do. I got my smart hubby right here on the side of me. He's a political man. He's smart. He believes in helping out people. And also the ladies in here, Mr. YJ. Appreciate y'all, appreciate y'all very much. And my brother, my favorite Southern brother, just flew through here, as well as Rudy from the H-Town, and Mr. Blue Devil G, my favorite Southern brother. So I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. They speaking to y'all too, is speaking to you and to you as well up in here. This is a great time that we did. Great time. Anything you want to close out saying to everybody?
I appreciate the interjection in the chat. And YJ coming up, appreciate that. It was good talk. That's kind of stuff that we need so that we can figure out where we're gonna go in life. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all supporting my wife in that, and hopefully we'll see y'all again.
So y'all know how we do it up in here. We have fun on one day. We gotta have a serious talk on another day. So I'm just letting y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time. I am only going to be doing this on Fridays and Saturdays. My fun Fridays, of course, and then the Saturday sit down with my husband. Through the week, I'm just gonna go ahead and just let it flow. Just to something always pop up or too much for me to do. To be honest, you know, I say we still got our roofing situation we're trying to take care of. People gonna be in and out. So. Yeah, if you know the people here in California, I don't know if y'all know people here in California. Baby, these people only work Monday through Friday. We don't care what place it is around here. All these people work Monday through Friday, unless they like in restaurants and bars and stuff like that. But the majority of these people around here with businesses, they only work Monday through Friday. So the roofing people only work Monday through Friday. So we gotta get our roof taken care of. They can only be here Monday through Friday. So we really appreciate y'all. We really, really do. Miss Harris say, what she said here at the bottom. Miss Harris, I love your Valentine's song to your wife. Oh,
Appreciate that. Appreciate
it. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I really do. I love this man, y'all. I love this man so much. We've been together 13 years, been married 12 years. And yeah, I wouldn't be nowhere else without him, because this is my love. This is my best friend. This is my everything right here. He really, really is what I just say. Monday through Friday, shaking my head that, we say that's money on the floor. I know. Yeah. These people really work Monday through Friday with businesses here. Just be tripping us out. They really do. I don't know what the deal is, but I've never in my life, I've been here 11 years and I still just can't get over these people. I'd be like, so can you come in Saturday? Oh no, we only work Monday through Friday. Get the hell out of here. The people
that work on the weekend is the people, like, you go, hey, we want to get our bathroom remodeled, but we just want an estimate. So can you come out and do an estimate? They go, oh yeah, sure. So it'll be like on a Saturday or Sunday. And then they here until 8 o'clock p.m. And I'm like, man, I told you that's one of the estimate. Oh yeah, but we got this other program that we can just do this for you.
Taking up our whole
And it's like, oh
Saturday.
no, that's why I said no, never again. Don't do this. No,
Wait.
no more estimates, man. Them people be here all day. And
all day. What's up, Mr. John Q? And Mr. John Q, you gonna come through here? We get ready to leave. Man, we've been in here 3 hours. 3 hours, and you coming through here 3 hours later. Salute to you, Mr. John Q. Thank you very much. My significant other sitting right here on the side of me, Mr. Harris. Thank you very much for coming in, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, we've been in here for 3 whole hours, bro. Where you been? And I think I was told you was having bad weather where you was. I hope everything is all right where you are. I really do. The reason why you haven't been on, or if you've been working hard, bad weather, working hard regardless. I'll see you Sunday because I see you coming on Sunday. Mr. John Q gonna be on Sunday for Table Talk, his second Table Talk of the new year. I was his first. I was the first. So make sure y'all still go back and check that out because yeah, still up. Thank you, Mr. John Q. Gladly appreciate you very much. And yes, thank you very much, Mr. YJ. He say salute. 13 years salute. Yes. 13 years and still going, baby. Still going. He ain't going nowhere. I'm telling y'all right now, he ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. This is us for life.
Right.
Give my finger.
Right.
It's us. It's us for life. For life. That's my man right there. So believe it or not, Mr. John Q said, Mr. Harris, hi. He's speaking to you.
How you doing? How you doing?
Mr. John Q, y'all make sure y'all check out Table Talk tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to John Q, make sure you go subscribe to him because he will be doing. Are you gonna be doing Table Talk? I see you still got it on there, bro. But sometimes you just do a last minute reschedule. So you still gonna be doing it, John? Let us know before I go ahead and end this one. Let us get the last little yes, so we know to be there. Because don't have me set my Sunday up to come to your Table Talk, bro, and then it's rescheduled it. Because you know me, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna end up calling you. What the hell up, man? Come on. I'm waiting. Come on, Mr. John Q. Give us that confirmation that you're gonna be on Table Talk tomorrow. Come on. I ain't got all day. We got somewhere we gotta go. We got our last little ironic. We're supposed to be at 5 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock now in town. I know they looking for us like, where they at? They been supposed to be. There you go. All right. Gotta make sure I take care of it for my dude. There you go. He said he'll be live tomorrow night. So look up Mr. John Q, y'all. He gonna be Table Talk, second one of 2023. Make sure y'all be there because I will be there. And if you got a panel, I'm gonna be up there too, Mr. John Q. You know that. So let's do that for Mr. John Q tomorrow. And go ahead. We make sure we support our brother as he always is. As he support everyone else. We appreciate you very, very much. Always appreciate you. Lady Love. D Love. That's me. Lady Love. It's always going to be Lady Love no matter what. This is going to be me, and y'all should know this already. Come on now. But I want to make sure that we go ahead and confirm that for Mr. John Q and everybody else in here. Like I said, thanks and love, peace and love to everybody that came through to see us on our Saturday convo. And it's going to be the same time next Saturday. Me and my dude right here. We're going to be doing this thing. My bad. We're going to do this thing, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check us out. Check out Mr. John Q tomorrow, y'all. Check out everybody else and all. Y'all know our little click how we get together. Make sure y'all take care of everybody. And please make sure you tell everybody that you love them. Those who you know and those who you don't know. Tell them that you love them because you never know when they'll be their last day. And look at Miss Harris down here, the fan, where she say, don't ever change. Nope. Won't do that. Won't do it for nobody. He met me the way I am, and he got me the way I am. He put that ring on his finger. He stuck with me. And I put that one on his. He stuck with me. We stuck with each other. We stuck with each other. He ain't going nowhere. Like I said, he ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. This is a Harris family forever. Believe it. Believe it. Right. So, my people, Mr. John Q, we're going to catch you tomorrow night. Well, at least I know I will. Oh, let me go ahead and click this back because I'm messing up now. And like I said, everybody, y'all will see me next Friday. This Friday coming for Fun Friday because I'm only gonna do Friday and Saturday, y'all. That's all I'm gonna do now because I see that works out better for me. So I'm just gonna do my Fridays and my Saturdays. And much love to you. And the family, Miss Layla, thank you very much. Much love to you as well, Mr. John Q. But y'all take care of yourselves and take care of each other, y'all. And make sure that you always show each other love no matter what. We're going to just say one good old thing. We always say, show love. Peace out.
You are now rocking with the best. Lady Love. Yeah. We in the lounge. Yeah.
Beat demons.
Let go. Big boy sipping. Squad just chilling in the lounge, straight tripping. Cause the vibe just different. Lady Love ain't dealing with a crab ass nigga. Acting wild in the building, we won't have that nigga. Before you walk between these walls, you better like and then subscribe. Better speak when you come in, cause Lady Love will call you out. And say that drama for your mama, cause that's not what we about. Hope you get it, don't be silly, cause you bound to find out. Right now, it's just bumpy, y'all drinking on something. Yeah, 8 town stomping, grown men and grown women. Bullshit, we don't want it. Lady Love don't condone it. We be speaking on the real. When you come in, we be on it. We be on it. Miss Cajun keep it going. It's like a party she be throwing. You know the chat be fully loaded. Don't be trolling, we exposed. We taking notice on you, joke. We losing focus cause it's Friday and we be getting toasty, getting toasty in the lounge. We be getting down. Can't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. Better recognize. Keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up. Yeah, shut this bitch down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 we in the lounge. We be getting down. Can't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. You better recognize. Keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up. We'll shut this bitch down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lady Love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We in the lounge, but we'll shut this bitch down.